All right, guys, we are live. What's going on? I hope all is well. It is Wednesday, the week of UFC Brazil, which it's an okay card. It's not great. It's not horrible. We're on the verge of UFC 295, which has changed drastically in the last week or so, and it is the Wednesday after Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. So of course we're going to discuss that. That's been a hot topic all week. Earlier today, I dropped my Hamzat video that I told you guys I was going to make. Finally made it. That's out on the channel right now. So you guys can go check that out after this. But the video is about Hamzat Chimaev being massively underrated and hated for no reason. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you already watched it, I just released it, I don't know, maybe 5 hours ago, I think. Something along those lines. But yeah. We have a lot to discuss. I did a stream last night on Halloween for a little bit. I think like an hour and a half or so. I'm not even sure. I was actually pretty tired last night, so I don't even remember. Yes, it was a little over an hour last night. We talked about Creed the majority of the stream, and some people were complaining but joking around. But yeah, it's November now, boys. It's November. We got 2 pay-per-views left this year, which is completely baffling. How is it November 1st already? I don't know how that's even possible. But yeah, it's UFC Brazil week. We had a fight cancellation. I'm going to, I guess, leave a comment on my prediction video with who I'm going with. I'll talk about it Friday as well because I got to watch the guy's tape. But Elvis Brenner has a new opponent. Esteban Ribovic's pulled out, and we now are getting Kenan Kurchuski. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. He's from Dana White's Contender Series. I don't know that much about him, to be quite honest. I don't even know if I've seen his Dana White Contender Series, but I'll go and watch it, and then I'll give you guys my pick on that. But yeah, that's the only fight cancellation so far. I haven't really been paying attention to anything, but last night, I believe it was last night, we were talking about Chael Sonnen being an absolute clown. He did an interview where he's saying Francis Ngannou is still messed up, and I was debating about doing a video about that. We talked about it on last night's stream. Then today, I've been seeing clips. I haven't watched the full thing yet. Chael Sonnen embarrassed himself on the MMA Hour. Dude is literally a habitual liar. He's so full of shit. It's legit a con man. He's legit a con man. He embarrassed himself from what I've seen. I've probably seen about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, in different clips of Chael Sonnen on the MMA Hour discussing Francis Ngannou. And I want to watch the full thing if I do a video on it, but I'm debating about doing a video on it. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I put a community post asking if that's something you guys want to see. I'm not a big fan of those types of videos. I enjoy doing them, don't get me wrong. But the problem is, it's like I almost feel like, okay, I'm stealing content in a way. So I have to go through, sift through the interview, pull out pertinent clips, and do like my USADA video, which takes a long time. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. You guys let me know what you think on that topic. You think your Dan Hooker video will do 3K? It's over usual views in the first hour. Let me go take a look. My friend. Subscriptions. How many views are you at right now, Jerry? Because on my end, it's not going to show the same. But I just gave it a like, and I'll let it play in the background. So that way you get the watch time. So, thoughts on UFC announcing fight locations last second, for example, China card. Wouldn't it be wise to announce sooner? I don't know, dude. I don't know if it really matters, honestly. People are going to buy tickets most of the time, no matter what. So it would probably be wiser to announce it a little bit sooner, but it's hard to say. Your recent Hamzat video is your best thumbnail by far. I was just messing with some new stuff. I made a couple different thumbnails, and I was kind of switching them around along with I had a couple different titles ready. So hopefully it picks up a little bit of steam. It's not doing great, not doing horrible. But yeah, I just added some color to it. I thought it looked pretty good. But if you notice, I've messed with the thumbnail and the title a little bit. Maybe you do an Ngannou aftermath and include Chael's response part in it. What do you mean by Chael's response? See, this is why I can't do this. I don't watch Chael Sonnen. Let's see. Dana White did not make Ngannou Fury because Dana White didn't have to make Ngannou Fury. He wasn't going to have to pay for it. He was just going to get a cut of it. Dude, Chael is such a UFC shill, it's disgusting. It's currently sitting at 60 in a little over an hour, maybe closer to an hour and a half. Thank you for the supper. The thumbs up video and thumbnail will speak. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Brother, you always talk about stuff I think about, like literally the Hamzat case and Marab and Colby. I was literally thinking the same. Yeah. I'm glad I can assist you in that. I'm glad I can be the person who's putting your thoughts out online. That's crazy that we have similar thoughts. But yeah, I just do things that I think aren't being said, really. You know, I just feel like, oh, shit. This isn't being said. So, let me put out a video. Like Hamzat being underrated. What's up, Fries? What's up, Vincent? What's up, Tennessee? Maybe you can... Okay, you read that. I think it's funny the way Renat absolutely dominated Kevin Lee. Hope he gets to do that to the PMF. Oh, you want Renat versus Wonderboy? Is that what you're saying? Renat versus Wonderboy at some point. Well, Wonderboy's been vacated to PMF since he took on the since he was forced to accept the Shavkat Rakhmonov fight. Hey Joe, do you think you could do a review on this song I just posted on my channel? I'll try to remember to check it out after the stream. Maybe. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I want to, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try to. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big music person in general, but I'll check it out at some point. What's up, Blaze 1? It's hard to believe, guys. How is it November already? Can somebody explain that to me? How is it November already? I don't know where the time is going. Truly, I don't know where the time is going. I don't know how that's possible at all. By the way, I've gotten a lot of good feedback about the Hamzat video. I'm just looking at some comments. I'm just looking at some of the comments here. I think you'll love it. What's it about? What's up, Joe? What's up, Niles? Christmas will be tomorrow. I know. I know, dude. Christmas is right around the corner. Christmas is right around the corner. Why do people care about who is a draw and who is not? And make the case for them to get a title shot like they're getting paid. Yeah, I know, dude. That shit pisses me off. Did you see me pause in my video and I said, please tell me, do you get a cut? Are you getting a cut of the pay-per-view? Then why do you care? Why do you use that as an excuse? So now you're just making up shit about Ngannou, dude? Come on, calm down. Calm down. Running around. Okay. I don't know what that means, but all right. Ngannou, okay. What's up, bro? I got to put up my Christmas lights soon. Don't we all? Don't we all? It's my latest song. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, bro. But yeah, it's always, oh, this guy's a draw, that guy's a draw, this guy's a draw, that guy's a draw, this guy's a draw. But only when fighters they like are getting undeserved title shots. Only when guys they don't like are getting undeserved. Only when guys they like is getting undeserved title shot. They justify it in that capacity. It's actually infuriating. It's actually literally infuriating. It makes no sense at all. But that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. People are so incredibly biased. What's up, Joey? What's up? The sparkling water enjoyer, which I believe is Axel, if I'm remembering the profile pic correctly. I'm still processing the Ngannou Fury fight. Me too. Me too. That was a well done video today, and this is something I noticed for a long time. Glad you gave it. Glad you brought it to people's attention. Hey, man, I do my best. I do my best. Whenever I see something that needs to be pointed out, especially when it's something I feel like most people are too pussy to point out, I'm always going to do it. I'm always going to try to do it. So, but But I've talked about it a couple times. You know, I know people think I talk about it all the time. I've literally done like what? Maybe 5-10 videos on the channel out of like what, 1,000? But apparently I do it all the time. Prediction for the new matchup, Elves Brenner this week. I'm probably going Elves Brenner by finish, but I got to watch some of the tape around the other guy because if I've seen him, I don't remember it. So I'll talk about it Ask Me on Friday, and I'll update my comments on my prediction video as well. So if you missed that, just check my comment. I'll go pin a comment on there with my new prediction. So, but yeah, it's Axel. Feliz Navidad. Yeah, it's almost Christmas, dude. I know. It's almost Christmas. That's insanity. That's straight up insanity. We outside. What does that mean? I appreciate the Hums Out video, Joey. That guy needs to be properly rated. Not over, not under. Exactly. I'll binge your last 3 to 4 videos during my night shift tonight. Thank you, my friend Mario. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. I'm debating about making another video. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. If I make it tonight, I'm going to be up pretty late. But we'll see. I may do it after the stream. It's just painful for me to listen to Chael, Sonnen, and Ariel Helwani. I've seen some clips, but I feel like I have to watch the whole thing to make a video. Well, from what I've seen, Chael Sonnen literally embarrassed himself badly. Ariel literally embarrassed him. And you guys know me, I don't even like Ariel. I don't necessarily dislike him, but I don't like him. It's not somebody I listen to. It's not somebody I watch. I only see like clips of his online. What's up, Bitsy? What's going on, my friend? Imagine if Dana sends John Jones to Piet. That's never going to happen in a million years. That's never going to happen in a million years. So, but I would love to see some co-promotion. Make it happen. Francis Ngannou is a bigger name than ever right now. He's arguably a bigger name than John Jones right now. Right now. So, but yeah, I would hope it would happen. I would really hope that it would happen. Somehow a co-promotion event, but it's just never going to happen. It's never, ever, ever going to happen. It's just annoying. Because Dana literally just doesn't care. Dana just doesn't care. In his mind, it's like, oh, Francis was greedy. It was too much from Francis. He wanted too much. Chael got owned in the debate. I don't know how he could still say fumbled the bag. He's a UFC shill. That's all he is. He's a UFC shill. I saw a bit of it, Joey. Ariel didn't have much to do. Do have to do much to wreck Chael, to be honest. He was doing that to himself by just talking. Dude has no clue what he's talking about. Chael literally is the most uninformed UFC propaganda artist ever. He literally is just a UFC shill. Because what people don't remember is the UFC let Chael Sonnen out of his contract after he popped positive for PEDs because Chael knew he could never return and get off PEDs. So his old ass went to Bellator and got back on PEDs, or was on PEDs that whole entire time. And so he always appreciates Dana in the UFC. He's got a good relationship with Dana in the UFC. And it wouldn't shock me if Dana and the UFC send him a check for pushing their narratives. So it wouldn't shock me. What's up, JJ Smoke? Yeah, it's 50 minutes. I know, dude. I don't know if I can listen to it. I probably listen to about 10. It's about as much as I can handle. But I'm going to try to, maybe. If that's something you guys want. If that's something you guys want, let me know. I'll put up a poll on the channel. We'll see what the community tab does by the end of this video. Right now it's at 70% yes. I almost wish Jones boxed Tyson so we could see John Jones get KO'd by Tyson. So happy Francis won and is the people's champ. He is the people's champ for sure. It's just crazy to me that people thought only that performance is what made him win. Only that performance. Had he not had that performance, he didn't win. He already had one. Win or lose against Tyson Fury, he had already won. And I think his next pay-per-view will do big numbers. Do you think Colby's a draw? I do not. Depends what your definition of draw is. But no, not really. Not particularly. He's not a big draw by any means. Ever in history. And there's no real evidence to support that he is. Even though people say that he is all the time. So. That's the way it is sometimes. But it's hard to say. Do Dana throwing out a bone to Chael to push the narrative is that's been going on for years. I've told you guys that for a while. I've told you that since the beginning of my channel. Chael's just a UFC show. I mean, that's all he does. Have you ever seen him say anything negative about the UFC? No. It's because he's getting paid by the UFC. I also believe that Chael Sonnen is like a rich, broke person. Is a rich, broke person. Because what Chael does on his YouTube channel just tells me he's one of those people that has a lot of money or makes a lot of money but spends more than he makes, and that's what I call a rich broke person. I mean, to be pumping out 30 videos a day on your channel, batch recording them, talking in circles, literally saying nothing just for some quick ad revenue with no substance, I mean, that's got to mean something. That has to mean something. The PFL president said that there's no interesting matchups for Francis right now in PFL, so he seems pretty all right now allowing Francis' next fight to be boxing again. Yeah, I mean, it's only going to help PFL. Even if Francis loses another boxing match, he's only going to elevate his name more in the next boxing match. And then there's going to be more appetite to see him return to MMA. So I think Francis's next fight will be a boxing match. It's hard to say for sure. But I think it will be. I think he'll box a big name. I think he'll box a big name in his next matchup. Chael is king of West Lynn, Oregon. Yeah, that's what he always says. I don't even think he is. I don't even think he is. Even if Francis never fights in PFL, he will still help the brand. I think he already has elevated them a little bit. But I think he will fight in PFL. They just got to find him the right opponent. They truly got to just find him the right opponent. Which we'll see. Like, people act like the UFC doesn't put on shit main events all the time. Of squash matches. There was literally squash matches on the last UFC pay-per-view. Like, I'm sorry, but Islam Makhachev, somebody who cleanly beat Alexander Volkanovski in his last fight, now he's going to fight him with all the benefits and everything favoring him. That's not a squash match to you? We didn't all know Alexander Volkanovski was going to get finished. We all knew that. We didn't know We didn't know Ikram Aliskerov was going to starch Warley Alves. Of course we did. We didn't know Said Nurmagomedov was going to starch Muin Gafarov. We all knew that. So people need to stop acting as if the PFL holding some type of squash match of Francis Ngannou knocking somebody out that we don't think has a chance isn't the norm in MMA. It's the norm in MMA all the time. It happens all the time. So it is what it is. People need to stop crying about that. Would I love a more compelling matchup? But even if Ngannou would have stayed with the UFC, when would he have fought Jones? When would he have fought Jones, boys? Jones is out until late 2024. So everyone said, oh, he missed out on the Jones fight. Oh, so he would have had to sit out for 3 years. Let's see. January of 2022, so all of 2022, all of 2023, and half of 2024. He would have had to sit out for 2.5 years. He would have had to sit out for 2.5 years waiting for a Jones fight. And he would have made just as much as he made for boxing Tyson Fury. You know? That's it. So it couldn't have been a better decision, especially now. Couldn't have been a better decision. You know? I think he made the best decision of his life. Even if hope you're still having a good night. Is Derek Lewis still fighting? Yes, he is. I wish Aspinall versus Pavlovich could have been the option to fight in PFL, so we can ignore John Jones being champ versus Stipe. Derek Lewis got a fat contract, I'll tell you that much. Derek Lewis got a fat contract. Got a crazy fat contract. All thanks to Francis Ngannou. You saw the rant between Ariel and Chael. I've seen clips of it. I'm thinking about doing a video on it, but I don't know if I'm going to. It's 50 minutes long. That's a lot. That's a lot to pump through. Listen to Chael and Ariel talk. The MMA fans are now learning about Tyson Fury. Boxing fans had this for years. Fury winning fights and causing chaos. You hyped for this weekend's card or nah? Hyped is a little bit strong language, but I'm mildly excited. I'm mildly excited. It's not a great card. It's not a horrible card. Holy shit. I'm hyped. Texas Rangers are going to win the World Series, it looks like. We single-handedly helped the Texas Rangers win the World Series. We brought Creed back to life. We brought Creed back to life to help the Texas Rangers win the World Series. That's something we can be proud of. Joey, don't do it to yourself to watch the 50-minute interview over and over for a vid. I would only watch it twice. I'd much rather hear your breakdown. Yeah, what I'm going to try to do is listen to the interview. While I'm listening to it, I'm going to record it on OBS, the entire interview. Then I'm going to listen to it for a second time, and I'm going to clip out the most pertinent points from the interview, and then maybe do a reaction to it. From what I've seen thus far, Chael Sonnen is an absolute embarrassment. He couldn't get Dana White's dick any further down his throat. If Dana White had a sharp dick, Chael Sonnen would literally have a hole in the back of his throat. So, when are you going to start doing interviews like Nina and Shamel? I don't know. Maybe never. Mipe Sports did interviews. I don't know who that is. Joey, how do you feel about Lucas Tracy, and what's one positive thing about any other MMA YouTuber? I don't really watch a lot of them, but I kind of know Lucas a little bit. He seems like a good guy. I know he gets a lot of hate, but I get a lot of hate too. So he seems like a good guy. So damn, listening to it twice, you're going above and beyond, dude. I watched the Carlos Esparza Rose Namajunas fight twice. That's a rematch too. I watched the USADA interview like 3 times, and that was like an hour and 20 minutes. I can't do a half. I just can't. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in my bones. I don't have it in my bones to do a half-ass video. I really don't. I just can't do it. So maybe I listened to it twice. Maybe the first time I listened to it, I take notes and then just listen to the parts that I think are most interesting again, and then I clip those out. But we'll see. But Mario said, I'd much rather hear your breakdown. I can already imagine a good title too. Strickland vs. Adesanya has terrible rewatch value. I said that from the jump. It was a shit fight. Other than the shock value, it was a shit fight. So, doing interviews. Oh, okay. I already read that. One is a porn actress and the other's autistic. Pretends that he's autistic. Yeah. I'm not a massive fan of interviews. I'll do an occasional fighter interview here and there. But I'm not really desperate to find some, interviews to do. It has to just make sense. It has to make sense for me. Fury had dinner with the Saudi promoters and Royals before the fight. Then he had a nap in the dressing room. Then he got a points win. Okay. Can the thumbnail be Chael with a hole in his throat? No. The curse of the Izzy painting? It's not really a curse. Bro said sharp dick. I mean, would it not? Would it not be? Would Chael not have a hole in the back of his throat if Dana had a sharp dick? Chael threatened Ariel. He wanted to bash his head and called him a weasel. That's usually what people do when they can't have a debate on facts with factual and evidence based argument. They look at insults and they look at threats of physical harm. So it doesn't surprise me. I think I saw a part of it on Twitter where he said he wanted to choke him or something like that. I saw that on Twitter. But Chael's just such a clown. He's such a clown. What's one fight you could watch on a rerun that comes to mind? One fight that I could watch on rerun that comes to mind. Probably Yuri Glover, but I would get tired of any fight on rerun. Do Strickland versus Hamzat, Adesanya versus DDP. Would like it. Sign me up. Francis is making history. He could be the first undisputed heavyweight in the 4-belt era, and technically the UFC heavyweight champ at the same time because he didn't lose his belt in the cage. He's setting a precedent. He's setting a precedent. And more fighters are going to try this now. 100%. More fighters are going to try it. Some will succeed. Some won't do as well. Some will do not as good, nowhere near as good. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. You've never watched the same fight twice? How could you? How could you, bro? So you watch it one time live and that's it. You never see it again. That's wild. But I guess I understand. You know, most people don't rewatch football games. Nobody rewatches football games, I don't think. That's weird to think of. Because I'm rewatching fights every single day, basically, to get my predictions in order. So, let's see what somebody just said here. Hold on. Some dude's crying because I asked if you wanted me to make this video. You asked if you care. Yeah, I do care, you dumbass. Once I know who wins, I can't enjoy it. Makes sense. So, Francis lost versus Fury. Fury got points win. Fury doing what he does, winning, and then the drama after the fight. Francis didn't lose, dude. Francis clearly won. I don't care what anyone says, and I said that when we were watching it. Francis clearly won. And unless you just want to gobble up Chael Sonnen's dick, Dana White's dick, the UFC's dick, and just say, oh, he lost. He lost. He made a mistake. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you can't watch that and see that he was brutally robbed, okay, it was competitive. Is there an argument? No, I don't think there's an argument to make that Tyson Fury won that fight, but I'm not crazy. I don't know enough about the boxing rules. So there is that, but I don't care what anyone says. From experience, it takes a lot to punch the back of the throat, a friend told me. Yeah. I've heard that before as well. Joey, can you agree Michael versus Eddie was hands down the biggest lightweight war? Yeah, dude, those fights were crazy. I remember watching when Eddie Alvarez was fighting out his contract. I remember watching that fight, and if he won, he got out of his contract, and he got out with a win, and he got out with the title, basically, which I loved. Hey, Joey, are you a Dana White sycophant? No, I'm not. But a lot of people are Dana White sycophants. But, hey, guess what? For the last year, I've been telling you guys there's too many Dana White sycophants just gobbling up whatever narrative he says. Whatever narrative that Dana White puts out, you gobble it up, and you regurgitate it, and it's embarrassing. It's straight up embarrassing. Like, you listen to another grown man to get all your talking points. Imagine that. Imagine not saying, okay, this is the information we have. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at that. And then formulate your own opinion. You just say, oh, what did Daddy Dana say? What did Daddy Dana say? Let me regurgitate it online. You know how much shit I got for the past year? Francis fumbled the bag. Dana White told me so. Dana's told me so. It's just sick and disgusting. And a lot of it is just low intelligence, in my opinion. But also a lot of it is just loyalty to the UFC for no reason. You're loyal to a brand that doesn't pay you. You're loyal to a brand that rips you off on a daily basis. You're loyal to a brand that's selling you wolf tickets. I don't understand why you can't just think independently of the UFC. The UFC is my favorite fight promotion. The UFC has the best quality in terms of production quality. Give them a fucking Emmy, as Dana says. They have the best talent pool. Just because all of that's true doesn't mean you have to choke on their cock. It's just embarrassing. You know what I mean? I don't understand. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. And people who aren't even getting paid are just simping for a company that doesn't even know you exist. If you died tomorrow, Dana White wouldn't shed one little crocodile tear. Ari Emanuel wouldn't shed one little crocodile tear. They're not going to have a memorial for you at the UFC Apex, okay? And if they do, Miesha Tate would headline the event. All right? So it's just an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. The people, but guess what? I called it out for the last year, and guess who was undisputable, undefeated, and 100% correct. And it's well documented on video, which is the best part. It's well documented on video. So I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier because I'm one of the very few that called it exactly correct, while everyone else who can't think for themselves, or the majority who can't think for themselves, regurgitated a fake narrative by Dana White. I said he could win. It's different because it's heavyweight boxing and not super technical. All you need is power. I said the day before, I said, look, I literally said, look, I don't know much about heavyweight boxing, but Tyson Fury looks like dog shit on the mitts, and so does Francis Ngannou. And sure enough, that rang true in the fight. Are you an introvert? Or I'm neither. The official verdict was on points, wins for the judges. It's on boxing record. Fury won. Oh my God, an app? An app? Dude, I don't care. Thoughts on if UFC fighter pay really goes really high like boxers that only fight once a year and avoid contenders like boxing? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. All I can tell you is NFL players get paid a shit ton of money, and guess what? They show up every week. So, I don't know. We'd have to see. We'd have to see. You could structure the contract in a way that you could still pay fighters and still get them to fight, all right? You could structure the contract in a way that would still incentivize them to fight. Same happened in the Wilder versus Fury first fight. It was a draw, and then the arguments about it, and that started their trilogy. First fight was a draw, then Fury won, and then they had another fight. Is that what happened? Choke on it, you underestimate me. Yeah, you'll gobble it down for sure. You'll gobble it down. Joe, do you think I will achieve my goals and dreams? I'm in my 20s. What kind of question is that, bro? Yeah, sure. I think you'll be just fine, bro. I believe in you 150%. I believe in you 150%. I think you can do it, Kelly. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right fucking now. So I believe in you, Kelly. It's better to have tried and regret trying than to regret never trying at all. Is that good enough? Is that motivational enough for you? I believe in you, my friend. The whole entire chat believes in you. All right? Dana White even believes in you. Dana White even believes in you. So, the problem with fighting frequency in boxing is they have 4 different promotions and constant negotiations. Yeah, I don't know all the ins and outs of all the boxing promotions. So I couldn't tell you. Lene, what did he say? One of my sycophants died. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Lene. What did I say her name was the other day? I forgot. What did I say? I forgot. I forgot what I called her. I think people defend the UFC not because they care for financial. They care because it genuinely gives them better fights and entertainment, and they're scared of rebel stars like Francis ruining it. I mean, I think it's a combination of both. I don't think it's one or the other. I don't think it has to be one or the other. I called her Lorraine, but it's Lene. Are we sure it's not Lorraine, though? Can someone fact check that for me? I'm thinking it might be Lorraine. It's Lene? I think it is Lene. I think you're right. How do you feel about the bantamweight? All right, Kelly, we get it. You're trying to get me to say something funny. You know what, Kelly? I don't think you're ever going to achieve your goals. I don't think you'll ever achieve your dreams. I think you're going to be probably giving out hand jobs for crack on the corner now in your 20s. So You should be embarrassed. Keep complaining. I will. Thank you, Pool Boy Army. I will keep complaining. Dana White here. I believe in you. I believe in you. Dana White told me. Dana White called me and told me. Matter of fact, oh shit, I'm getting a call from Dana right now. Yeah, Dana? Hello? Is this Dana? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, you said Kelly's a piece of shit? He is a piece of shit. He's never going to achieve his goals. 100%. 100%. He's going to be broke as shit. He's not going to have anything. His dreams are in the toilet. I agree. 150%. All right, Dana, I got to go. I got to call the fire department. All right? All right, bye. All right. Yeah, sorry, Kelly. Sorry, Kelly. Dana just told me you're a failure. He's from the future. Lorraine. Bro, it's not Lorraine. Hello from Yukon territory. What's up, my friend? The spirit of Dana White is alive here. Yeah, the spirit of Dana White is alive for sure. I think he's here right now. He just called me. He had Lorraine call me. Lorraine was, when I answered, it was Lorraine on the phone. And she was like, I have Dana White for you. And then he got on the phone and told me that Kelly's a piece of shit. Dude thinks he's slick, working in like weird words to try to get me to say. Like, I'm not going to see that coming from a mile away. You think I'm scared of you? You think I'm scared of you, Kelly? Huh? But yeah. There's so many people that just regurgitate. It's crazy. Dana, when you've been watching for 13 years, you know how much Dana lies. He's a habitual liar. And for some reason, fans still believe every word he says. They hold him to some godlike standard. Saturday, August 31st, Creed is playing with Three Doors Down near me, the Summer of '99 tour. Are you going, Blaze? The real question is, are you going? Are you going? Because I need to go. We single-handedly brought Creed back to life. How long have we been talking about Creed for? A year? We brought Creed back to life to the point the Rangers are about to win the World Series. Let me see if they did yet. Yep. Texas Ranger wins. All because Creed. 100% to Creed. So I would definitely go if I was you, Blaze One. Where do you live again, Blaze One? Is there a Power Slap event going on today? Just interested in the post-fight interview? I have no idea, dude. I don't keep up. Just check the UFC's website. It'll be plastered all over the home screen. This entire channel is about misleading narratives. Chael destroyed earlier today and exposed the fraud of an MMA journalist. He is. Gaslight narratives. Dana wins in the end. Francis fumbled the bat. Oh, dude, look. I just read your entire message and all I heard was... That's all I heard. And that was you gobbling up Dana. If Charles does fight Islam... If Charles doesn't fight Islam, who do you think he fights? If he doesn't fight Islam, who does he fight? I have no idea. That's a great question. That's a great question. I'll say he fights Gaethje somehow. No, Gaethje's going to be the one stealing his title shot. Maybe Dustin Poirier rematch. Maybe Conor. I'll say it's Conor. If Charles doesn't fight Islam, it's Conor. Zombie, thank you for the $4.99. Sup, Joey? The Kentucky State Fair upgraded my contract. Now I get 200 and 200 and an XL funnel cake and a free ride on the kids' roller coaster. Damn, Zombie. Getting them big bucks. I won't ever say Zombie fumbled the bag. Dude's getting paid from the Kentucky State Fair. $4.99. You gotta, dude, the fact that you're getting paid enough from the Kentucky State Fair to be a grown man sending another grown man $4.99 online, a grown man that you've never met in person, that's the type of money I ascribe to have one day. That's the type of money I want to have one day. So thank you, Zombie, for the $4.99. I'm glad your contract got upgraded at the Kentucky State Fair. California, Victoriaville. Well, you better go to the concert, Blaze One. You better go to the concert. All right, where was I at before that? Okay, I was right there. A lot of Dana White fans or fanboys are new fans, pretty much, yeah. Haha, if you think Fury won, you're coping. I'm a boxing fan. Fury's my favorite boxer, and he lost. Joey, love you, man. You're the best. Thank you. Run back to Gaethje fight? That would be interesting. But who would Islam fight? Islam would have to go up to welterweight. So... Francis wanted a boxing fight with Fury, and Fury's managed to win. He hasn't lost under pro boxing rules. Okay. So wouldn't you be gobbling up Francis? No, I'm just discussing the actual facts of the situation. So, the last Pantoja fight. What about the last Pantoja fight? What are you trying to get at here? If Volk fights in January, it'll be 4 fights in the year. We're going to miss him when he's gone. Just like I miss Usman now. Welterweight division's ruined without Usman. Welterweight division's ruined without Usman as champ. As crazy as that sounds. As crazy as that sounds. So, but yeah, I've talked about it a long time. A long time. We have to appreciate some of these guys while they're here. Because one day they're going to be gone. And then we got to be like, damn, I miss when we had an active champion. I miss when we have an active champion. So, Zombie, thank you for the 199. I fight one of Clay Guida's boys for the belt. So you got Clay Guida and his boys at Kentucky State Fair? Yeah, that sounds about right. I like how we spawned the Kentucky State Fair joke for the last like 6 months. I wonder if that's going to spread around the MMA community. The Kentucky State Fair jokes. But yeah, I think you can take on Clay Guida and the boys. I think you'll be all right. You'll have us in your corner. You don't need Clay Guida and the boys in your corner. I'm crying right now in actual tears. Kelly, are you watching? Are you behind? Are you not live? Because every time you send a message, I feel like it coincides with something we said like a few minutes ago. Usman is at 185. Now he's fighting Rob next. Prop. I think he's going to fight Dricus next. I got a feeling. Welterweight was ruined during his time as well. Usman's contenders were inactive. Usman was active, though. A lot of the contenders at welterweight weren't really fighting, though. Hopefully one day I can hold the PMF and defend against Neil Magny with CPS post-interview on me. That sounds about right. That'd be great. Ngannou was active, dude. The UFC didn't want him to be active because they didn't want to fight out his contract. I've covered this narrative. And what you're just doing is you're just regurgitating fake narratives. So, that's just the way it is. Will they make a worse hairline belt? They should. They should. I don't know why, Pool Boy, I don't know why you have such hate for Ngannou. Get over it, dude. Get over it. That's a clown show. You've already been proven wrong time and time again. Moved the goalpost 17 times. You've been proven wrong. Get over it, bro. Bro's making 250 in a funnel cake seems like a bad deal. I wish I had that fight now. Yeah, 250 in a funnel cake is what needs to be made. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. For the Kentucky State Fair, I think that's what you have to go with. If you're not getting a funnel cake, you're done for. I'm on Chael's side, not Dana's. Okay. Ariel's a weasel. You know this. Okay. Whatever you have to say, dude. Like, you can't just say somebody's wrong all the time because you don't like them. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. That's just not what we do here. All right? You look at the info. You look at what somebody's saying. And you decide whether it's accurate or inaccurate. It doesn't matter if you like them or not. So, think a Brazilian parlay has a decent chance of hitting. Every fight has a Brazilian fighter in it. 13. No way all 13 of them win. No way all 13 of them. Maybe pick like 10. Let's see. Jalton Almeida wins. Gabriel Bonfin wins. I don't think Rodrigo Nascimento wins, but he could. Armin Petrosian beats Rodolfo Vieira. Victor Hugo, I think, loses. Elizu Zaleski loses. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would not do a Brazilian parlay. Yeah, I wouldn't do a Brazilian parlay at all. I think Kuwait Fernandez loses as well. So, how does one simply get kicked out of the gym, and how did that happen to Ian Gary? I don't know. I haven't really seen too much info about it. It just seems like Leon didn't want him around or whatever. Ian Gary acting like a beach because Dave Law didn't want him to train near Leon. But people are saying it's not true, and maybe Ian was just trying to be over smart. He doesn't have a gym right now. I don't know. I don't know what all the backstory behind that is. I haven't watched too much of it. I just seen they said, oh, we don't want him here anymore. Joey, can Francis beat Tom and or Sergey if he re-signed? Yes. I think Francis could beat both of them. I think he could beat both of them. I would pick him to beat both of them as well. I mean, what's one of them going to grapple against him? He has a hell of a chin. It's not like I don't think Sergey's putting him out. I would love to see. I would absolutely love to see Sergey versus Francis, though. That's the fight I would kill to see. But unfortunately, we'll never get it because the UFC didn't want to give him the opportunity to box. So that's just the way it goes. Do you like Julian Lane when he said, let me bang, bro? Let me bang, bro? No, I don't like Julian Lane. Imagine Derek Lewis destroying another Brazilian hype train. What other Brazilian hype train did he derail? I don't remember. I'll never forget when Derek Lewis got starched out cold by Matt Mitrione. I'll never forget that as long as I live. I'll never forget that. Dude got starched out face down. Entire top 10 fighters at 170 sparring each other instead of fighting in the cage. That's the way it was going for years. That's the way it was going for years, my friend. Disturbing, disgusting. So, yeah, what other Brazilian hype train did Derek finish? I'm trying to think. Let me go low. I don't remember. Not Rogério de Lima. Calm down. Dude got ragdolled by Sergey Spivak, by the way. Yeah, literally none. Literally none. I'll never forget when he got flatline KO by Matt Mitrione. That was 2014. Holy shit. Damn near 10 years ago. Damn near 10 years ago. Face down. Face down. When Derek Lewis gets finished, he's typically face down. Just giving up his back. Derek Lewis got manhandled by both Sergeys. Agreed. Ariel versus Chael today was hilarious. Did you see it, Joey? I did not see the entire thing, but I saw part of it. I may do a video on it. It seems like everyone's talking about it. That's why I kind of wanted to do a video on it. But it's like Chael's so dumb. $185 is the best division currently? I don't think so. I think the most stacked division is probably bantamweight. It's funny how literally a few months ago people were saying middleweight was garbage. All because you had a champion they didn't like who was being dominant. So the fact that they didn't like the champion, they wanted to discredit every contender. Any locks on this card? I would say a lock. Renat Fakhretdinov. Renat Fakhretdinov and Gabriel Bonfim. And then like a 75% lock, Jalton Almeida. But Renat and Gabriel Bonfim definitely win and by finish. So feel free to bet on him by finish. Remember DC picking to fight Lewis because he knew it was an easy fight? Yes, I do. He had the option to fight Stipe. But he said, nah, I'll take Derek Lewis. Gabriel Bonfim is lock of the century. I agree. I bet you the odds for Gabriel Bonfim are crazy. Ariel with his receipts looks like your ass dissing you after she marries a billionaire. He would have dug a further hole in his basement studio if Francis would have lost. Francis did lose, and it didn't matter if Francis won or lost the event. It didn't matter. He already won. I made a video literally the week before the fight. It was a win-win. Even if he got finished, it didn't matter. It didn't matter even if he got finished. It really didn't matter. I like how we've talked about, let's see, Ariel, Helwani. No, let's just do Helwani first. Now, we'll do Ariel versus Chael. Okay. That's good enough. I'll put it in the title now. I try to title these accurately, and I feel like that's what we talked about. What about Ismail Bonfim? I imagine he wins, but for some reason I feel like he's a lock too. Pichel's not going to win. Pichel could. There's a small chance he could get an upset, but very unlikely. Very unlikely. But yeah, it didn't matter, dude. It didn't matter if Francis won that boxing match or not, which he didn't. It didn't even matter if he had a great performance or not. He had already won. He had already won. It did not matter. I don't know why people keep saying that. Like, oh, he saved himself by having a competitive fight. It did not matter. Hate to say it, but Sergey is going to Tom Aspinall 2 weeks notice is asking too much. Sergey ain't Luke Rockhold. True. Best division, change my mind. I don't need to change your mind because I don't give a shit. Combine it with Jalton and see if you get better odds. Yeah, I wonder. I bet you those odds are not pretty good. Let me take a look. FanDuel. Let's go the Bonfim brothers plus Almeida. I bet you it's still not a good odds. Of course, this shit isn't working. Just not loading at all. Oh, here we go. Finally load it. I bet you it's dog shit. All sports. Let's go down to MMA. Let's see. Why is this taking forever to work? Ismail Bonfim, negative 500. I think Armin Petrosian you can throw in there. Gabriel Bonfim. Jalton Almeida. $10 to win 7 on a 3-fight parlay. That's crazy. So if you bet $100, you only win 66. That's horseshit. I think I'm confident in Armin Petrosian too, but that's a tough one. Damn, if you throw in a Abus Magomedov, who could very well win. I think Abus Magomedov can win. I wouldn't necessarily pick him, but let's see. Denise Gomes. Renat Fakhretdinov. Okay, now you got 10 to win 215. But I don't like the Abus pick. I can't trust his cardio on short notice. I don't like his cardio on short notice, but that's crazy. Daniel Marcos. 9-leg parlay. If you bet $10, you win 446 on that. It's crazy how you're bound to get something right. Abus is a good underdog. Yeah, Abus is really good. Abus is pretty solid. But it's his cardio, dude. You can't trust his car. I can't trust his car. He had 5 minutes of cardio in a 5-round fight. I wonder if he was injured or something, but he's never going to come out and say that at this point. But, like, the fact that he was so gassed was crazy. Gabriel has a granite chin. He's pretty good. I think he wins via sub. Francis Ngannou, market value right now is crazy high. Every top professional boxer wants to fight him. Agreed. He is the money fight right now. Francis, at his best, couldn't win a boxing fight versus Fury, who didn't take the fight seriously. He was having a nap in the dressing room before the fight started. Oh, so nobody's ever napped in the dressing room before. You can make all the excuses you want. What happened? What happened? Would you take spinning back fist from Ben Askren for $100? Yes, 100%. Because it would literally be nothing. His spinning back fist is the most uncoordinated attack I've ever seen. So, but no, I'm not that desperate for $100. So no, the answer is no. I don't want your $100. Make it 10,000. Sure, I'll take it because it's literally nothing. Ben Askren is 0-3 in the UFC. Yes. I'm high on Gabriel Bonfim, but he's going to get cracked eventually with the way he wings. Yeah, eventually by like an elite level striker for sure. He does get way too crazy and wild on his feet. I think it's because he's undefeated. He doesn't know what a loss tastes like, to be honest. He doesn't know what a loss tastes like. And we shall see. One of these days he's going to taste defeat. But he probably will get cracked and slept by somebody, but it's not going to be Nicholas Dalby. Who has a better resume between Gaethje and RDA? Probably RDA. Without looking at him closely right now, probably RDA. RDA has fought the who's who. But he's had a lot of wins and losses. So I don't know. I would have to compare them, really look at them fight for fight, but off the top of my head, I'd go RDA. Guys, do me a favor. Like the stream. Run up the likes on the stream, boys. I would greatly appreciate it if you would like the stream. So, I can't believe we've already been live for an hour. We'll probably go an hour and a half today. I don't know. Maybe a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. We shall see. Don't know if you've given your prediction, but what are your thoughts on Strickland Hamzat? I don't know. I really don't know on that one. I don't know who I'm picking. I think I'm probably going to go Hamzat. But if he gasses, Strickland's going to finish him. I'll say definitely somebody gets the finish. Somebody definitely gets the finish. I don't know which, though. But someone definitely gets the finish. Whether it's Strickland getting the finish in the second or third round. If I was picking Strickland, I'd say third or fourth round finish, actually. If I'm picking Hamzat, I'm picking first or second round finish. So it's hard to say. I don't think Strickland gets out of that first round. Abus had his back in the first round. So I don't know if Strickland has the defensive jiu-jitsu to fend off Chimaev's rear naked chokes. 3 hours, I'll think about it, maybe. MMA fighters who are casual Joes, I'd love to see how an athlete like Bo Jackson would look like if he dedicated his life instead of football or baseball. It's never going to happen because the other sports pay way more. Other sports pay way more. RDA versus the Animal Planet advertising team, yes. That's a fight I would love to see. How many subs will you have by the end of the year? 15K, we'll say. 15K, we'll say. We're almost at 13. We're creeping up to 13, boys. I think a boost is asthmatic. Maybe. Seemed like it. 50 million. Francis wanted a boxing event, and Saudi Arabia paid Fury $1 million to box Francis, and Fury belt was not online, and he got a points win. I don't know what you're getting at there. Chimaev by round 1 sub. Wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me at all. Chimaev's fighting Sean, and if so, when? March, April is Ramadan, so Islam and Chimaev and Bilal can't fight during the months. It's title shots, not random fights. I think it could be Chimaev Strickland in February or March. It's hard to say, though. It's hard to say. What's up, Jack? What's going on, my friend? Hello, my friend. We meet again. Feels like forever. Where do we begin? My mustache is forcing my nose to be itchy as hell right now. I got to trim up my mustache. Jack has showed up. About damn time Jack showed up. About damn time Jack showed up. He's been, who knows what he's been doing. Who knows what he's been up to. Frolicking around. Saudi Arabia for Hamzat Strickland wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me at all. Did they have dates for the Saudi Arabia card? Would they ever do Sean versus Chimaev 2 in Saudi March 2nd fight night? It's possible, but they would have to turn it into a pay-per-view. There's no way they would do it for a fight night. They'd have to turn it into a pay-per-view. Dude said he's got some enchiladas. Dude said enchiladas be bussin'. Yeah, they be bussin', all right. Because like I said, Chimaev and Islam can't fight during March and April. He could fight early March. Joey, is there a reason the UFC Austin card is so stacked? It seems like they typically stack a December fight night card. It seems like it's been that way over the last few years. So that's the best I can say. That's the best I can say, my friend. They stacked that Tyron Woodley, Colby Covington card with Hamzat and a bunch of other great fights. Wonderboy was on that card. Go back and look December 2020 fight night card. It was crazy good. The main event was Colby Woodley. Joey, that Hamzat thumbnail's fire. Thank you. Saudi Arabia UFC fight night is booked for March 2nd. They could change it to a pay-per-view. They could change it to a pay-per-view. Did you see Chael and Ariel? I've seen pieces of it. I'll have to watch the full thing. I'll have to watch the full thing. But I've seen bits and pieces of it. Why can't they fight Ramadan? Because they're fasting. So they're not in optimal condition. But what's crazy is Khabib would fight in April. So they could fight in April. Chael Sonnen destroyed Beta Ariel in front of all his friends. If you think Chael destroyed him, you're smoking crack, dude. Chael, from what I've seen, Chael embarrassed himself. It's Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia. Ends March next year, and the Saudis pay big money for sporting events during Riyadh season. I don't even know what Riyadh season means, but I know they've hyped it up quite a bit. Ramadan changes every year. I did not know that. Ramadan begins on March 10th. So it could happen in early March. It happens for a month from March 10th to April 8th. So he could fight early March. That's why Khabib fought in April that one year. Makes sense. What is Riyadh? What is Riyadh season? Is that how you say it? I just said it the right way. I think it's Riyadh. What a weird shit. If Francis came back to MMA right now, does he beat everyone at heavyweight? Yes. Who beats him? Who are you picking to beat him? Jones essentially coming off a 5-year layoff? Because that's what it would be. It'd be picking Jones coming off a 5-year layoff. It's a tourist event, a sort of like promoting a theme park at the same time. Riyadh season. Okay. Riyadh. It's Riyadh. I was saying it right way the first time. Okay. Riyadh season. John Jones beats Francis. Coming off a 5-year layoff, essentially, is what you're saying. 4-year layoff. If UFC doesn't offer DDP a title fight in the next year, who should he fight instead? Either Adesanya or Kamaru Usman. Jalton puts him on the ground and subs him. I agree. Fury vs. Francis boxing event the Saudi wanted to start Riyadh season this year was held in a new stadium. Yeah, the stadium was crazy. The displays were crazy. I mean, I'm not a big fan of that type of stuff, but you could definitely tell they went all out for it. That's for sure. Who should Paul Felder fight when he comes back? I don't really care about his comeback at all. Maybe fight Jim Miller. Maybe fight Dan Hooker again. I don't know. Step in and fight Dan Hooker again next year. Or fight Dustin Poirier. I wouldn't mind that either. But I'm not a real big fan of... I think Paul Felder should have stayed retired. Paul Felder was never that great. I like Paul Felder, but he's never that great. I prefer for him to be on commentary. Dude's 40 years old, returning after how long has he been off? Been gone for damn near 4 years. Yeah. DDP versus Hamzat for the title shot. Sign me up. Make them battle it out for #1 contender. That'd be a huge fight. For #1 contender, but that's never going to happen. I'm glad Ariel exposed that clown Chael. The dude's a Chael is a UFC groupie. I know he is. But people let their hate of Ariel make them take Chael's side. Which is straight up delusional, in my opinion. Straight up delusional. I wouldn't be able to pick Jones over Francis if it happened anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, Jones essentially has been inactive for 4 years. Let's be honest there. He fought 2 minutes against Cyril. And other than that, hasn't fought since 2020, early 2020. I don't know how you could pick Jones over Ngannou right now. Can you make a video breaking down their debate? I probably will. Chael is a goat. Bite your tongue. No. Chael's a bum. Chael wasn't even good in the UFC. Let's be quite honest here. Chael was not even a good UFC fighter. People suck him off because he talked trash. He was never even good in the UFC. So... you guys got to stop embarrassing yourself. So it's quite embarrassing, the legend of Chael Sonnen, people acting like he has some type of legacy. He doesn't. He doesn't have a good legacy, dude. He's literally a bum who people only remember him because he talks shit. That's it. So, have you channeled your inner Derek Lewis on the highway? No. Chael can talk for 20 minutes about a glass of water. Takes him forever to make a point. Yeah, he doesn't ever make a point. He just talks in circles. I'm a pro deep squat spotter. Cool, bro. Congrats. People give Chael a pass for being a steroid cheat. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But it is what it is. It doesn't matter because Chael literally blatantly lied for years about a steroid cheating. He tried to say it was infertility. People never bring that up. He lied. Okay? He lied and came out, look, me and my wife are trying to have a kid. I'm dealing with infertility. I was prescribed something I didn't know. Like, think about that, dude. He's lying about personal health issues to try to cover up blatant steroid abuse that he got caught by the commission, keep in mind. They didn't even have USADA at the time. I'm pretty sure he got caught by the commission. And it was just an embarrassment. And people forget about it just because the dude talks nonsense. You know, it's crazy to me that Chael is just, he's a con man, he's a fraud, he's an embarrassment to MMA, and doesn't even have a good legacy. Like, he's literally known for losing. I mean, think about it. What's Chael Sonnen's best win? Nobody look at his resume right now. What's Chael Sonnen's best win? Someone let me know, please. Best UFC win. I'm waiting. What's his best UFC win? He doesn't have a good one. He doesn't have a single good UFC win, really. You go through his resume. I'm going to go through his resume right now. Let me take a look. Lost to Lyoto Machida in Bellator. Lost to Fedor in Bellator, who's an absolute washed-up bum at the time. Beat Quentin Jackson. Beat Wanderlei Silva. That's crazy. That was 6 years ago. Lost to Tito Ortiz. Lost to Rashad Evans. Got dominated by Rashad Evans on his way out of the UFC. I mean, the win over Michael Bisping was a robbery. It was a straight-up robbery when he got the win over Michael Bisping. Okay, maybe the Brian Stan win. Maybe the Yushin Okami win. Chael does not have a single good win in his entire UFC career, boys. Because he didn't even beat Bisping. The Bisping fight was a robbery. He lost to Bisping. And Bisping got actually robbed in that fight. Vanderlei at the Tough House, I can't get you close. How do you cut videos? You should do Chael top 5 losses. No. Nate Marquardt wasn't bad. Need to rewatch him versus Bisping. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember thinking it was a brutal robbery. It should have been. Most people thought Bisping won at the time. Best win was a 5-round loss, 5th round loss to Anderson. Exactly. That's the only thing Chael's remembered for. For losing to Anderson Silva and getting smashed in the rematch. And then think about it. He never did anything else. Never did anything else. You looking at his UFC career, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in the UFC. Only 6 wins. Yushin Okami was tough. But yeah, that's probably arguably his best win. He hurt Jones badly, yeah. He's known for breaking John Jones's toe. What a joke. Chael has no credibility. All he's doing is pumping out 30 videos a day on YouTube to stay relevant. That's all that's going on here. Yeah, Jeremy Horn. That was a great one. March 2nd, UFC 299 pay-per-view, Saudi Arabia, Colby versus Islam, Strickland versus Chimaev, DDP versus... That's never going to happen, but that's a banger of a card. What do you think of Ariel versus Chael? From what I've seen so far, I've seen about 10 minutes of it. Chael got embarrassed badly. So, got straight up embarrassed. Straight up embarrassed. So, how much does he make making those YouTube videos? I have no idea. But he makes decent money, I'll tell you that much. Pool boy, we get it, dude. You're trolling. We get it. Real funny. Great one. Congrats. We get it. We get it, buddy. We get it, dude. Come off of it. Yeah, he posts 26 videos a day. He posts 20 videos a day, intro, outro, advertisement, probably filled with ads. I wouldn't know because I have premium. But it's actually an embarrassment. It's an actual embarrassment. Dude, you don't have to be a fan of someone to take their side. That just goes to show how biased you are. You can dislike someone and still think they're right. Yeah, lots of ads. I would assume there would be lots of ads on Chael's videos. Chael was getting very man. I don't know what that means. Chael lost to Tito. Enough said. 100% enough said. 100%. Guys, do me a favor. Run up the likes on the stream. How do we only got 30 likes on the stream? We got 75 people in here. Run up the likes on the stream. Double check. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 15K. Every time I itch my nose, I need you to like the stream. So, I will down the hill. Chimaev is the best fighter in the UFC. Well, I guess you liked the video. I guess you liked the video today. Jack, I see what you just sent me. Yeah, Chael's an embarrassment. You're going to have to dislike. Fair enough. Dislike it then. You bitch. That's funny. That's funny, Jack. That's actually pretty funny. Ad blocker doesn't work on YouTube anymore. From what I've come to understand. I made a video about Khamzat Chimaev today. It's out on the channel. And it actually didn't do that well. It's only got it's not even the 2,000 views yet. It's been out for like 6 hours. So it's actually not doing that great. So it says regular viewers are choosing to watch this video less. So I love it when Machida styled on Chael and Bellator. I miss Prime Machida. Prime Machida was fun to watch. Who do you have in Sean versus Chimaev? I lean Chimaev, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I'm going to watch it after this live. You better go watch it. So, I'm using one right now. They have new ones out. They have new ones that are undetectable. Is that what you're saying? I usually get updates. Didn't see your video update. Are you shadow banned? I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I don't know how Sean's takedown defense is. Abus shot right through him. Go watch the first round of Abus versus Strickland. Abus shot through him and took his back in the first round. So I think Khamzat can do the same. And it's not like Strickland's going to put him out. So, babe, wake up. MMA Joey's live. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, my friend. Wake up. I forgot who first said that. But yeah, the new video is a banger. It's a straight up banger, but it's got a bunch of comments, believe it or not. Not a crazy amount, but it doesn't even have 100 likes yet. What kind of clown show is this? Abus styled on Sean in the first, agreed. Listen, I'll die on a hill with an OLED 87-inch TV before I speak poorly about Khamzat. Okay. What's the ceiling for Abus? Honestly, if he can get a gas tank, he's a title holder. If he can get a gas tank, he's a title holder. He's pretty good, but just doesn't have gas tank. Or at least didn't show it in the last fight. Didn't show it in the last fight. Which was just an embarrassment. To show up for a 5-round fight like that was an absolute embarrassment. Did anyone else think Izzy looked old this weekend? I never really paid attention. Sean can wrestle decently and is good at BJJ. If he survives round 1, I think he gets it done. Sean is just as motivated as Chimaev. We'll see. We'll see if he can survive round 1. That's what matters. That's where it gets interesting. If he survives round 1. Because look what he did to Abus. Abus is a very similar kind of, fight in a way. But I don't think Khamzat's cardio is as bad as people make it out to be. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Lewis was reportedly blasting Creed when he got pulled over. Well, then he should have avoided a ticket altogether. If he didn't have the gas tank of a 40-year-old smoker, he'd have a title defense. Yeah, Abus. What would have happened if Abus would have beat Strickland? Would he have gotten the next title fight? Would he have gotten a title fight? That's what I'd like to know. I'd love to know that one. Who wins, Renat or Gary? I'll take Renat, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Love the channel. Good stuff. Thank you, Camp Combat. I appreciate the support, my friend. Thank you very much. What do you have? Do you have a channel? I just, because of the name, I'm like wondering. Let me take a look. I see. I knew it. You had a nice little picture and you had a decent name. I knew it had to be a channel. I'll have to check it out, dude. I'll subscribe to your channel as we speak. Appreciate, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad to have your support. I do my best. So thank you very much. I knew when I saw the name and I'm like looking at the picture, it looks like it was, you can tell almost what might be a YouTube channel, what might not be. Like Pool Boy Army looks like a YouTube channel too. Because he's got the little avatar picture and, you know, I thought he might have a channel about Pool Boy. But I'm glad you like the channel. Thank you very much. Gary Renat should be decent. Yeah, if that ever happens, that'd be a banger of a fight. That'd be a banger of a fight. So, Islam or Leon? I'll go Leon, but just barely. I'll go Leon just barely. But I think Islam could beat Leon, to be honest. Islam bulking up to 170. Let's say he takes like 9 months, a year to put on some weight. I think he could get it done. Hamzat isn't the same fighter after the first round. Kevin Holland would have. I doubt it, dude. That's a little bit over dramatic. As the biggest Hamzat, he only has a rear naked choke or a Darce. I could see Strickland getting mauled, surviving, then piecing up Hamzat and winning a decision. Now I think it's a finish either way. And the best fighters tend to be between Usman and Leon, are both hybrids of slow and fast twitch. It's muscle related. Okay. Who's the most aesthetic physique in the MMA YouTube game? I don't know. Fuck EA Sports. They're a piece of shit gaming company that never do anything. They haven't fixed a game in years. Will Charles be the max of lightweight, running through everyone but can't beat the champ? It's very possible, bro. Which is unfortunate. It's very possible. Honestly, I wouldn't mind, you know, if they book Islam versus like Gaethje and they do Charles versus Conor, I would not mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that at all. So, I think it'd be interesting. Chimaev needs to find a good striking coach like Trevor Whitman. He has decent striking. I don't think it's horrible. People acting like Chimaev has no cardio. I like to see all the fighters go that. Exactly. I think he has no energy management, really. I think that's the issue. He doesn't have the energy management that, you know, he would probably be a little bit more cautious in a title fight, in my opinion. Chimaev can work striking all he wants. He's a natural brawler. That is true as well. He just wants to go out there and whoop someone's ass. That's what he wants to go out there and do. I mean, look at the way he fought Gilbert Burns. It was insanity. Straight up insanity. So, that's just the way he fights. I don't know if he'll continue to do that. He's got to make adjustments. Just like Gaethje made adjustments. As fans, we want to see entertainment. If Chimaev wanted to, he could fight like Shavkat, slower pace, but more IQ, just not as fun. That is true. But I don't know how. It's hard to gauge his gas tank because of that, though. Colby would run through the lightweight division if he wanted to. No, I don't think he would. I think he probably gets subbed by Charles. I think he get dominated by Islam. I think Islam would KO Colby, to be honest. How my eye itches. I think he would. I think Islam would KO Colby bad. If he tries to conserve his energy, he doesn't have the same advantage on the ground that favors Strickland. I agree. Yeah, because you could conserve your energy and still kind of gas out later and not win the early rounds. Why is my eye itching so bad right now? No. But yeah, there's a lot of guys who like that, who are like that. They create the chaos, and it's all part of their game. It's all part of their game. Charles 100% KOs Colby at 155, not even a sub. Probably hurts him. So, if you think Colby would run through the lightweight division, I think you're delusional. I can't believe it's damn near 12 o'clock already. I got on here early tonight. So, I might try to do a video before I go to bed. We'll see. We shall see. Islam versus Usman or Edwards sells better than anyone at 155 right now besides DP? I think Islam's the bigger draw out of any of those guys. I think Islam versus Edwards would be pretty big. Could McGregor even beat Hooker at this point? I don't know. I don't trust McGregor to do anything, but I think he could. I think he could beat Dan Hooker, but I wouldn't trust him to do it. Coming back from such a serious injury. What's up, dude? What's going on, Izzy? Joe, do you think it's possible that because Volk got KO'd like that by Islam, would that benefit? Yes, it would benefit him, but I don't know. Joe, your recorded videos have better sound than your live, meaning the volume is always higher. I mean, is the volume that low for this? I could turn it up a little bit, but it's probably because I turn it up in post a little bit. I usually turn my videos up just a slight bit in the editing software. I turn it up by like 2 decibels. But I don't try to. I don't. If I put it on, if I turn it up in live, then it could start clipping or whatnot. But like, let's see. Properties. No, that's not it. Advanced audio properties. Let's see. Where am I at? Balance. So technically, I could turn this up a little bit. Let me see. So technically, I could turn it up like that. I just turned it up 2 decibels in OBS. But I don't want it clipping out. So hopefully that's fine. Does that sound a little bit louder? Too loud? Did that even make a difference? I never turned up the audio in OBS before. I turn it up in my editing software. So it's hard to say. I know the reality with Chimaev, he mentally gasses himself out with the intensity running out to the cage and screaming before the fight, maybe. Sounds the same to me. Sounds good. Okay, it doesn't matter. Little louder, yep. Either way, it's not a big deal. I just turn it up a little bit in post. 2 decibels. But also, I'm probably sitting closer to the mic, too. Like, this is probably me in an actual video. So, this should be the way. But when you're sitting here for 2 hours, you start to slouch in the chair a little bit. You start to drift away from the mic. But this is probably almost exactly how a video would sound. And probably in a video, I'm probably talking a little bit louder as well. So, I'm just comparing the two. Joey just sinking in the chair. That I am. Whoever said the videos are louder is right. I know the hey, what's going on guy is a vid because it's a loud intro. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't know. Even after you made your video, people still complain Hamzat didn't have any ranked wins, but forgot about Us was a top 5. Dude, I know. I'm glad you enjoyed the video, though. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Did you comment on it? I believe you did. I think I saw it when I was just scrolling through comments before I got on here. But I don't remember for sure. But yeah, that's the way it goes. People don't even know their own hypocrisy. But how does it sound right now? How does the audio sound right now? Bitsy. It's a loud. Are you telling me the video is too loud now? I don't know what to do, dude. I like how they are floating the idea of Conor Islam. Dude, I've been saying that's the biggest fight the UFC can make for a while. Is Hamzat going to keep fighting only middleweight? I think so, for a while at least. I think so. Hamzat was supposed to be a demigod. Basically, yeah. Yeah, I commented on it and people were oblivious and undeserved Strickland title shot. I know. Sounds good. Volume wasn't me who said it was too loud. Weren't you saying compared to my other videos, though? Either way, I'm probably just confusing multiple comments, but it sounds good now. I'll leave it like it is now. If this makes the live more, I don't know, makes it better to watch. Yeah, people defend. People love the Sean Strickland title shot. People defended the Sean Strickland title shot, which is craziness. Which is genuinely craziness. Thoughts on Wingstop? The most garbage food I've ever tasted. I want Chimaev to stay at middleweight. Makes it more interesting for him there than at 170. I think he's interesting at both of them. I hate to be the guy to argue in comments, but these dudes can't literally defend their own double standards. Hey, man, every comment helps the algorithm. Joey, it's the start of summer. A lot of booty chicks out in Australia right now. I wish it was summer here. I wish it was summer here, dude. I hate that it's going to go to winter and the clocks are going to get set back. Ew. Ew. Saw X was good. Did you see it? I saw it, but it was not good. I think at this moment, Islam is so good, he'll beat anyone up at lightweight all the same. Let's see Conor. Dude, he would smoke Conor, but that'd be a massive fight. That would be a massive fight. Be huge. It'd be an absolute huge fight. How many people were crying Jarrett Cannonier when Strickland skipped Jarrett? Who beat Sean and Marvin? Nobody. Not a soul. Yeah, why is Chael attacking Ariel? Chael is just a UFC simp. I said shimp. UFC simp. UFC shill is what I started to say there. That's why I got it messed up. And he's just an embarrassment. He's just an embarrassment. You know? But it is what it is. I might do a video on it. I haven't decided yet. They got rid of daylight saving time. No, I don't think this year. Ariel needs a schooling. Yeah, but it's not going to be done by Chael, one of the dumbest people in all MMA. Chael is literally one of the dumbest people in all of MMA. As crazy as that sounds. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'll never forget when he was talking about Derek Lewis versus Cyril Gane. He was saying Derek Lewis has never been finished. You think Chael makes a video on Ariel? Probably. The Colby fans are jumping on the Strickland bandwagon, and it sucks because I like Sean. I don't really care one way or another. Chad is 2024, the first year they're using. It must be, yeah. It's probably next year. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. It's hard to say. You have to skip to the end to see what point Chael's making. Chael never makes a point. He just talks in circles. Fortnite OG map comes out Friday morning. What are they charging for it too? Probably. What are they charging for it? I don't think it's Colby fan. I think it's people looking for US fighters to support. Could be. Like the stream. Yeah, guys, like the stream. Like the stream right this very second. Right this very second. Boost it in the algorithm for when I get off. For when I get off of here. What'd you do for Halloween? Hand out candy. Why didn't Tito show up to fight Dana? I don't know. Tito didn't show up to fight Chuck Liddell either. Didn't show up to fight Chuck Liddell either. Joe, apart from getting 15K, what do you wish for your YouTube by the end of the year? I don't really... It is what it is. Just put out better quality content. That's it. Better quality content always is the goal. That's always the goal. Dana versus Tito prediction. I don't really care. Did you hand out candy? Yes, I did. I did not dress up, though. Joey, give me a banger fight that I can rewatch that not many people know of. John Lineker versus Francisco Rivera. Who won, Cannonier or Strickland? Cannonier did, but just barely. Just barely, my friend. Just barely. It was a close fight. I wouldn't have complained either way. But I thought Cannonier landed the better shots. What kind of candy? Bunch of stuff. A mix of, like, we bought a shit ton of candy. So I can't even tell you all of it, but good candy. I don't give out like the off-brand shit that some people do, buy the cheapest candy ever. It's like a mix of like Twizzlers and Hershey's and stuff like that. I didn't give it out at my house. I was giving out handfuls too. We had a lot of candy. We probably had like 6 bags of candy. So I was just giving out 5, 6 pieces a pop. Just, this is me. Boom, just throwing it in bags. So, yeah, man, I don't give out the cheap candy. Yeah, me neither. Never, ever, ever. Enjoying morning tea with MMA Joe. Where are you from? Where are you from, dude? All right, St. Thomas, we get it, bro. You don't like me. Cool. Good one. I'm laughing. I'm hysterical, dude. Thoughts on Turbinol? I don't really have any thoughts on it. Wasn't that a PD? Yeah, Joey, does it get more repetitive talking about the same thing like 2 weeks? I feel like if I was a YouTuber, I'd get old. What do you mean? What specifically? There's always something new to talk about. So the answer is no. Lawn update, still cleaning up this time of year? No, it needs to be cut. As a kid, I remember who gives you the good candy and the handfuls. That is true. I have no idea. I've never had a Swiss chocolate. I'm not a big candy person at all. Vince, thank you for the $9.99. The videos have been quality, bro. Thank you, Vince. I appreciate your dono. And I'm glad you've been enjoying the videos. I really do appreciate it. I just been hitting you guys with videos left and right. Just smacking you guys upside the head with videos. So I'm glad you've enjoyed them, Vince. There's been so much stuff to cover over the last few days. And 295 predictions got to come out soon. 295 predictions are right around the corner. So I got to get to those soon. I'm going to make it probably a Chael Ariel video. Maybe. I'm debating it. I'm really debating it. Maybe I'll do a poll and stream. I don't know. Matthew Thompson, thank you for the $4.99 with the super sticker. Matthew Thompson. I didn't see the Hamzat video yet. Other than that, I'm caught up. How many of you guys watch every video? Like, legit every video. I'm curious. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't. I understand if you don't. But I'm curious who watches every video. But thank you, Vince, and thank you, Matthew. Appreciate the super sticker, Matthew Thompson. Come on, make it so I can watch it and laugh. I watch every one I see. Not every video. Okay, no big deal. You watch most of them? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just curious. I watch just about every video. I would say about half don't have time for all. I understand, dude. I understand. I'll have to watch some of your videos. I'll try to watch one tonight. But best of luck on the channel, dude. I always try to, I know there's a lot of like shit talking between like MMA channels and stuff like that, and I just think that's clown shit. Like, I want everyone to succeed always. So I wish you the best for your channel. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Look, Camp Combat has his own channel, and he's a supporter of the channel. Here's a link to his channel. If you guys could go subscribe to his channel, help him get it to 1,000 subscribers. I haven't watched his content, so I can't say whether it's great or bad. The best I can say is watch some of his content, subscribe to his channel if you like it. If you don't like it, don't subscribe. I'll have to check it out myself, but he's a supporter of the channel, so you might as well support him. So there's the link to his channel if you guys could go subscribe to his channel. But appreciate it. Appreciate you watching dude, I understand. I really don't watch. I watch close to nothing in terms of MMA content. I watch literally close to nothing. I don't even watch interviews. I don't watch, like, I catch clips on Twitter. I just don't have time for it. Like, I feel like if I had more time, I don't even know the amount of content I'd be pumping out. If I could watch all the embeddeds, all the YouTube interviews, all the different stuff, I just feel the information would be an information overload. So, but nonetheless, appreciate you guys for watching. And if you guys can, go subscribe to his channel. Go check out his content at least. I posted a link in the chat. At least you can do is check out his videos and then subscribe if you want. Obviously, I don't watch the streams. How is that obvious? Media is starting to say Francis versus Deontay Wilder is bowing in talks. I don't love the fight, but do you think it helps the chances of Jones versus Francis? I don't think Jones-Francis ever happens. I would say 2 out of every 5 because the topic isn't always of interest to me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Taking shots at... I'm not taking shots at anyone. Thanks, mate. It's tough, but trying to improve. Also trying out different styles to see what I like. The best you can do, and this is going to sound crazy, but the best you can do is just keep making content. It doesn't matter how many views you get. That's what I did when I first started. And I don't know how long you've been doing yours, but I just kept putting out content and just tried to improve and improve and improve and improve and improve. And I'm still doing the same thing now. So that's my best advice. Just try to keep improving, make some changes, work on thumbnails, stuff like that. I see about half your videos. Imagine Camp Combat's bio said Dana White enthusiasts. Hey, man, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not angry about anyone else's MMA opinion. Like, you know how many people come into my chat or tweet at me or send me messages on Twitter or Instagram, really more like that. Hey, oh, dude, you're a fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a bitch. You're a crybaby. You're this. You're that. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, there's no hard feelings from me. I'm not going to get like, I know some of you guys are like this. Maybe not towards me. But if you're getting angry over someone else's opinion on MMA, you're a child. You're a child. Like, that's being way too emotional. Like, for me, if I disagree with someone, fair enough. I can say, oh, I disagree, and here's why I disagree. I'm not going to be so upset that I'm going to insult them viciously online. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Appreciate it, no problem. If you are creators, you have no time to watch others. Basically, yeah, it's hard, especially with work and all the other responsibilities. I agree, dude. I better see people throwing a tantrum about Marab title shot when they announced Cheeto O'Malley. Yeah, that's what I said. Do you watch MMA Guru? I do not. I've seen one of his videos, basically. But I know who he is, obviously, from the chat. People bring him up here and there. Did you see how many Joe Biden costumes were worn? I did not see any. Do you see yourself starting a podcast in the future? I mean, define what you mean by podcast. This could be considered a podcast, to be quite honest, but maybe if you're talking about long form audio, that it's not interacting with the chat, maybe. If Francis fights twice next year, he might eclipse 50 million. What a fumble. I know. What a fumble. Yeah, northern and southern hemispheres are polar opposites in weather. Sounds about right. 50-50, I'm watching something boring. Life shit makes it more enjoyable. When I'm doing something boring, life shit makes it more enjoyable. What's crazy to me is the people who say, hey, man, I watch the streams at work, and it makes the work day better. That's mind-blowing to me. If somebody's rewatching this during work, pull out your phone right now and leave a comment. I'm talking in the future. I'm not talking about the live chat right now. In the future, if somebody's watching this during work, that is actually mind-blowing to me because I know exactly what that is like. Just putting something on to pass the time. So, Saturday's my 30th birthday. I think I might miss UFC Brazil. What do you think is the fight I should watch out for no matter what? If you got something better to do, just watch it after the fact. But the fight I'm most looking forward to is Renat Fakhretdinov versus Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. Happy for Francis? Me too. Holy shit, I made it. Let's fucking go. Shout out to Creed. Shout out to Creed. Texas Rangers are the World Series champions because of Creed. Because of Creed. I'm a carpenter. I usually listen to on the long drives to wherever they send me. Makes sense. I hope someone's just listening at like 5 a.m. on their hour commute to work. These fans are crying for DDP title shot won't buy his pay-per-view. I agree. Do you think Chandler forced his wife to dress up like Conor for Halloween? Yeah. Do you think any other promotion that's not the UFC could put Jones Francis in the future based on higher fighter pay? Doubtful. I would love Saudi Arabia to offer the UFC a deal they couldn't refuse. To offer the UFC a deal they couldn't refuse to basically loan out John Jones. Imagine Creed doing a concert in the middle of a UFC card. Sign me up for the Sphere. I want to go to the Sphere. I always listen at work. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate you. Saudi money is crazy. Yeah, they got money to blow. They got money to blow. I'm buying my tickets Friday. My sacrifice. When Dana saw Francis's name in the headlines all day Sunday, he said, I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. That's what Dana was thinking. Should Dana participate in Slap League? Yes. Him and his wife should have a rematch, I think. I think him and his wife should have a rematch. That's what I'm saying, Joey. Saudis could break the bank for Jones Francis. Dude, if your excellence is, I don't even know how the hell they say it, your excellence, if somehow he's the guy that puts together Jones versus Ngannou, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. One fight deal. One fight deal. I don't think the UFC would take it. I don't think John Jones would want it. Imagine they offered UFC more than they would make on pay-per-view. We'll give you $30 million plus we'll pay Jones just to make this fight. UFC would never take it. Just out of spite, I think. Dana's on the toilet cussing on Sunday morning. I guarantee it ruined his entire weekend. I'll tell you that much. I'd be down for Jones Francis boxing fight. Dude, Francis would smoke Jones in, but just boxing, Jones would have no chance in just boxing. Jones has literally his hands are his worst part of his game. His worst part of his game is his hands. So, I think for sure Jones would lose in boxing. Whatever Jones makes, UFC will take 3/4. That's exactly why they didn't want to let Francis box, because Francis wasn't going to let him have half his pay. Dana will never turn down money. What did I miss so far? You missed everything. I don't even know what to tell you. What am I supposed to recap you on an hour and 43 minutes of discussion? I would have Francis at negative 450 favor over Jones in MMA. That's a little bit crazy. In MMA, I would have like Francis like a negative 200. The Saudis promoted the fight real good. Yeah, I saw Jones claiming, oh, they didn't make any money. Like, they don't care. I think Jones still beats Francis. That's delusional, dude. You're not even saying kickboxing. You're just saying regular boxing. You're saying, yeah, he would beat him. You're smoking dick, bro. I don't see how anyone could suggest that. That's delusional. That's straight up delusional, my friend. Dana loves money, but he loves stroking his ego more, so he'd never. Yeah, I don't think he'd do it. You'd favor Francis over Jones in MMA? At this point, I would. Jones is essentially coming off a 4-year layoff and an injury by the time he would return to fight Francis. How could you pick him? How could you pick him? Especially when Francis is getting better in the striking realm. So, yeah. Saudis are boxing fans, old school boxing. The Saudis invited the boxing greats to the Fury Francis event. Sounds about right. Where's Cristiano Ronaldo? We haven't heard from him in 30 seconds. Do you think Jarek Lewis is showing up for a check this Saturday? 100% showing up for a check. Agreed. Hey, just knocked down the heavyweight champion in boxing. It's crazy. He's still getting better. All Francis has to do is hit Jones once. I know. The real question, Camp Combat. Let me ask you this: have you seen my coverage of the Francis Ngannou situation from like earlier this year? I'm one of the very few people that called it out perfectly. Like, I'm maybe the only person that called it out perfectly. You know, probably like less than 5 people did it. I don't know who those people would even be. People kept saying, "Oh, Francis made a mistake." All I said was, "Look, based on the information we have, we can't make that assumption. We have to see what happens here. We have to see how this plays out." To quote Dana White, "Let's see how this all plays out." And people just kept saying over and over and over again, "What a mistake," with no information. It's so annoying. People jump to conclusions for nothing. I've seen your coverage, Joe. You were right every step of the way. Thank you, Bitsy. I'm telling you, there's nothing that's been more enjoyable on the channel than covering the Francis Ngannou situation for the literally. Let me pull this up real quick. I basically covered it since the second video on the channel. I think it was 4, 5, 6th video on the channel. Francis Ngannou versus John Jones super fight in the UFC's dirty negotiating tactics. 6th video on the channel. Maybe day 2, day 3 of the channel. I started pumping out videos. Then I was one of the first people that made a video. If you search, let me go on my channel. Come on now. Let me go to playlist. I made a Francis Ngannou playlist. View full playlist. The UFC wants Francis Ngannou to lose to Cyril Gane at UFC 270. I made that in December of 2021. Nobody had put out any videos like that at all. There was no coverage of that situation at all at the time. So I just got done watching the Ariel of Chael video. Oh boy, Ariel isn't willing to learn. Dude, Chael's literally a grifter. So I don't know. I haven't seen the full thing, but Chael's a grifter. Joey loves gloating. Not necessarily. I don't even love gloating, but I love talking about that because you don't realize for a year and a half, people have been telling me how fucking stupid I am. So why shouldn't I be like, I told you so? Yeah, I seen it. Thank you for watching it, bro. Whenever someone starts a conversation, but if Colby, I just end the convo. Okay, fair enough. Do you think Derek okay, I already read that. Joe, what type of fighter can beat Islam specialists like Arman? Somebody who has amazing striking and amazing takedown defense. That is who beats Islam. Or like a crazy power puncher. John's got dogged by Reyes and that didn't age well. France is a favorite in MMA. Y'all smoking crack. Okay, I can vouch for Joey's coverage. He was the only guy that had the wait and see approach. Thank you. Bellator sold, supposedly. Francis is making fumble the bag merch. Yeah. It couldn't have worked out better for him. I thought he was silly to leave the UFC initially, but after the PFL deal, I changed my mind. Yeah, what's crazy is, and I made a video last week before the boxing match. The reason people are so disgusted that Francis basically won against Fury is because all the Francis haters were watching like that meme of the guy behind the tree rubbing his hands, and they were waiting for Francis to get knocked out so they could say what a mistake it was. But even if Francis got brutally KO'd against Tyson Fury, it still wasn't a mistake. He made more money in one night than he made his entire UFC career. So, but people were watching like that meme. They were like, "Oh, Francis, get KO'd, so I can say you fumbled the bag." That's what people would have said. If Francis wants money from Saudi Arabia, he has to fight pro boxers. Francis has been ranked in the WBC. Fury is WBC heavyweight champion. Okay, Alex versus Yuri. Who do you got? I probably am going to take Yuri by brutal KO. I think Pereira is overhyped. Completely overhyped. Yeah, Bellator sold. It's not 100% official yet, I don't think. Bellator is staying separate from PFL until 2027, though, and yeah, PFL owns Bellator now. Is it 100% official? I couldn't imagine listening to Chael and Ariel argue. Yeah, I know. How mad were the haters on your new video? I haven't even really sifted through the comments enough to know. I haven't really sifted through the comments to know. I need to, though. So did you think Gaethje could beat Islam? He could. He's got a puncher's chance, but no. No such hidden facts in rigging in boxing sports, specifically that fight. I don't know what you mean, but all right. When Tyson got knocked down, I wanted a Kodak moment. I wanted a Dana White live stream. I was always happy for him when he signed PFL. I never rooted against him. I just seen him signing with the UFC as a smarter, safer call. Seeing him kick Tyson's ass made me so happy. Dana would be pissed. Yeah, so you were one of those people who probably thought, okay, this is probably a mistake, but you were rooting for him. A lot of people were saying it was a mistake, and they were rooting against him because they wanted to see him fail so they could be correct. When they had no information on it. They were just making up stories. And listen to Chatri. Listen, Chatri said he offered him $20 million. Okay. Khabib fought Justin with a broken toe and mumps. That's crazy. And he mauled him badly. Dude, what Khabib did to Justin Gaethje was actually a slaughter. So, heavyweight boxing events are dictated by Saudi Arabia. It's when they want the events, okay? Dana bet 500 on boxing fights. I know he lost some chunk change. I hope he bet to Francis to get KO'd. I bet he bet on Francis getting KO'd. Pereira's the favorite. I was surprised. I like Jiri to win too. I just don't trust. I do question Jiri coming off a nasty surgery. Shoulder injury. Surgery on the shoulder, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. Khabib is such a savage on the ground. Yeah, with the ground and pound is crazy. Francis should book a Wilder fight right away. He didn't take any damage. Yeah, that'd be craziness. That'd be absolute craziness. Feel like Michael Chandler's wasted a lot of his career. I hope he doesn't even get the McGregor fight. I feel bad rooting against Chandler, but the brown nosing has been unbelievable. I hope he gets paid. I hope he gets a big fight, but I don't want him to fight McGregor anymore. The amount of ass sniffing from Chandler has been so. Do you always root for the American, or are you not bothered where they're from? I don't really care where anyone's from. Are you ready for the TRT McGregor era? Seems about right. Fury and Francis are pro boxers, but Saudi Arabia pays the bills. Okay, we get it. Joe, when did you turn on Dana? What moment did you realize Dana was full of it? I knew like the first year or two I was a fan. But I feel like Dana was always bad, but he really got really malicious and just egregious with his lies over the last like 5 years, I would say. It was really when it got bad. So like 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. Chandler is good, but he needs to move on. I hope he never gets the fight. I'm actively rooting him against him to get the McGregor fight. I want Oliveira versus McGregor at this point. I want Oliveira versus McGregor. It's a better fight anyway. I think it's a much, much better fight. So, we shall see. We shall see. If that, I just have a gut feeling that Chandler's never getting that fight. So, and I said that for a long time. I said that from the second it was announced. I said, I don't think this is ever happening in 2023. I hope you guys remember that too. Joe, you're a good kid. Don't turn on Uncle Dana and Uncle Chael. Yeah, I won't. The brown nosing is bad with Chandler. It's really bad. The fight is done and gone. If Khabib came back, do you think he could be at top again? Yes. He could be on top again. I want Chandler versus Francis in boxing. Dude, Francis would explode Chandler's chin. I had a long-ass day. Thanks for being here to pleasure my ears, Joey. You're welcome. I'm happy to pleasure you. Yeah, it was a Khabib versus Conor fight for me, including the bus incidents in the promo while trying to Dan Khabib's teammates that jumped the cage. Hypocrite. Meanwhile, he had nothing to say about Conor punching Khabib's coach. Did you see Khabib's contracts were leaked in the lawsuit? No, I did not see that. I did not see that at all. Chandler versus Drew Dober. Make Chandler fight, I don't know. I don't know. Make Chandler fight Jalen Turner. Sign me up for that. Khabib made $2 million for the McGregor fight. I hope he got more than that off pay-per-views. At this point, I just want Chandler to get that man. There's that mofo, his toenails deep. No, I don't want to say it. Chandler's wife probably doesn't kiss him. Okay, thanks for the highest selling pay-per-view. That's it for the high. I know, that's crazy. Khabib is being sued? Who's suing Khabib? Who's suing Khabib? Dober beats Islam in the rematch via flying reverse Boston Crab. Dober's never fighting Islam again. I remember when that was like supposed to be a steep test for Islam. I feel like O'Malley's the type of guy to go box after 1 or 2 more bantamweight fights. He seems like someone focused on collecting the bag and dipping. It's not fun for UFC fans, but I respect it. Yeah, I think O'Malley's going to try to go box. If we're talking to anyone who could beat Islam, I consider Oliveira and Poirier only, in my opinion. I don't consider any of them. Islam tapped him with shoulder pressure. The fines Khabib $250 for jumping out of the octagon, which is just ridiculous, by the way. Chandler's wife doesn't kiss anymore because his breath smells like Conor's ass. Sounds about right. Islam beats anyone in 155 for the next 3 years. I think 3 years is a bit exaggeratory, but maybe. Chandler's wife and McGregor are hanging from a cliff. Mike can only save one. McGregor promised that he'll give him the fight if he saves his life. Will Chandler's wife live another day? No. Absolutely not. Chandler would literally let his wife fall. He loves Conor McGregor. Dude, Chandler's been sucking off Conor since he entered the UFC. I literally have a video that has like 50 views on the channel I made when I first started my channel. So, if you haven't seen it, go to my channel and search it, buddy. So, it's out on the channel. It's been out on the channel for a long, long, long time. I agree, terrible fine. Conor throws a dolly and Dana buys him watch, yeah. UFC promoted Chandler for Black History Month. Yeah, that was embarrassing. I'll never forget that. It was kind of funny, though. Does Chandler not understand he won't get pay-per-view points? I honestly just think he wants the clout of fighting Conor. I think Chandler cares more about clout than anything. That's my thoughts on the whole situation. Same cliff situation. Colby, O'Malley, Conor are hanging. Who survives? Who's saving them? Who can only save one? Chandler? O'Malley would definitely KO. Okay, I don't care about O'Malley boxing. Who could dethrone Islam? Dana can only save one. He's saving O'Malley. Chandler playing nice was working at first, but now it's taken away from the fight. It's embarrassing, dude. In the beginning of the broadcast, Islam versus Dober, Rogan said Dober was the single most underrated fighter in the sport. That's crazy. I don't remember all that, but that's pretty crazy. That's pretty nuts. Who has better trash talk, Khabib or Islam? Khabib. Chandler's looking for a bag because he's older now and it's time coming up to hang up the gloves. What's the odds for Jiri by sub? Gotta be crazy odds. Do you think Conor McGregor has any chance against Michael Chandler? It depends what Conor shows up. That fight is so hard to pick. Because if Conor's even a shell of his former self, let's say Conor returns at 70% of what he once was, he probably chins Chandler. Chandler just squats down, wades forward, and I could see Conor just planting his feet and just drilling that straight left right into the chin of Chandler and putting him to sleep. But I don't know if Conor is going to return. I mean, look at the way Weidman looked. Oh, my God. He looked horrible against Brad Tavares. He was dragging his leg. I don't know who I'm picking for that fight if it does happen. I'll say he does have a chance, but I don't know how significant the chance is. Originally, I was picking Conor. But now we're looking at, what, a 3-year layoff by the time he fights. He doesn't seem like he's taking it seriously. He's never in the gym. He's too busy posing for pictures in his whitey tighties on a yacht. I'm definitely going Michael Chandler, probably by KO, if that fight even happens. FYI, Usman Nurmagomedov is supposed to return in February. Thank you for letting me know. Both fast starters, aren't they? You're right. Hard to see him coming back the same after the injury, yeah. But Chandler's super predictable. And Conor's always been very accurate. But I wonder, time outside the cage is going to affect him, So it's really, really hard to say one way or another. Why do you think Dana wanted to cross promote with McGregor versus Mayweather but not Francis? Because he thought McGregor versus Mayweather was going to be a lot of money. So, hardest to pick fights right now for me are Colby Leon and Aspinall Pav. Yeah, they're both hard fights to pick for sure. I think Aspinall Pavlovich, I just don't trust Aspinall coming in on short notice. Anthony Joshua Usyk 2 was in Saudi Arabia. It was $150 million per split. That's crazy. What's Aljo's next fight? Probably Usman Nurmagomedov. Conor looked like crap in the Dustin 3 fight, and you could say Chandler beat Dustin up good till he got submitted. I'm going with Chandler for sure. Yeah, I'm probably going with Chandler as well. Chandler's in the gym. Conor's doing coke somewhere in a public restroom. And maybe non-consensually hooking up with a female. Is there a Michigan top team as well? I have no idea. If Jiri submits Pereira, will people still find a way to bet Hill every time? Probably. What's up, John Mundy? What's going on, John Mundy? Do you have Favola chinning Benoit Saint Denis? I have no idea, dude. I don't know. I really don't know. Conor still has dynamite in his left hand. Who told you that? Hooker accused Islam of IVs. Green accused him of steroids. What's next? I have no idea. So, it's hard to say. There'll be something else coming up next. I want Alex to win the fight against Jiri. Okay. Ariel 1, do you agree? I haven't watched the entirety thing, but Chael Sonnen's an idiot. So, yeah. Scott Coker versus Dana White, who do you have? Probably Dana, since he's using PEDs, most likely. He's using steroids for sure. 150% using steroids. We've gone 2 hours, boys. We've gone a solid 2 hours. Dana, because he's on PEDs. Damn, I almost beat you to it. Islam, all the steroids when he was 12? Yeah, okay. My gut is telling me Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis is such a savage. Joe, I forgot your thoughts on the Ludovic Klein head kick I sent you yesterday. Dude was grabbing his dick and balls as he's getting finished. That's crazy. I don't remember that. He's such a chump. He's Dana's puppet. Yeah, he is. Might as well go to one. What are you talking about? What, go to one what? It still amazes me the UFC would get rid of USADA for Conor. Yeah, Conor's probably got one more fight. They're getting rid of USADA for it. You see Dana saying he's in shape because he's eating right. Yeah, he's on that. Go to one. I see. Yeah, he's on that guy that's backed by. Damn it, I can't remember the scam artist's name. But yeah. Benoit was getting caught by Thiago, so I'm thinking Favola chins him. Also, Benoit's fight wasn't that long ago, so I don't think it's enough recovery time. Yeah, I'll have to dig into it a little bit more. I'm not sure who I'm picking yet. But Benoit Saint Denis is just such a savage. Derek Lewis arrested again. No, he wasn't, dude. Shut up. You're full of shit. Joe, what's good? What's up, Derek Backen? What's going on, my friend? Could Conor buy the UFC? No. Absolutely not. Conor probably has maybe a couple $100 million at best. The UFC's probably worth $10 billion. So compared to the UFC's overall worth, Conor's poor. Whatever happened to Must Zuck, it's never happening. It was a scam. It was wolf tickets from the beginning. Then he's eating raw bull balls with Liver King. He doesn't need PEDs. Okay. We'll be so disappointed if Diego Lopez loses to Pat Sabatini. Would not surprise me. Pat Sabatini's actually good, but I'm going Diego Lopez. UFC worth more like $12 billion. It's hard to say exactly what they're worth. I heard Conor's not a billionaire. He's full of shit. Conor's not a billionaire. I would highly doubt that. Highly, highly doubt that. I think Conor's going to end up broke one day. I'm going to be honest. I think he's going to end up broke one day. There's going to be a nice 30 for 30 when he's homeless and he's like 70 years old. Just a reminder that there are people out there that think the UFC done without Dana and want Joe Rogan to take over after Dana. That's an embarrassment. Why hasn't Conor did what Khabib did and start and buy his own? He's too busy doing coke. That's why. Diego Lopez already on his pay-per-view on his third fight. And that's actually a fight that it should be opening up the pay-per-view card max, but still a good fight. I'm not going to cry too much about it. What is the 39-year-old Paul Felder trying to accomplish with his comeback? I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. UFC money, a drop in the ocean. That's big money, is the Saudi oil money. Yeah, for sure. They don't care. They basically got unlimited cash. Watch when they run McGregor versus Diaz 3 in their 70s. It wouldn't shock me if that happens in 2024. It would not shock me if they book McGregor Diaz 3 for McGregor's comeback. I should make a video on that because I just really find it hard to believe they're going to make the Chandler fight. So, my brother asked me if Joe Rogan would take over the UFC when Dana's gone. I said I fucking hope not. It would never happen. Never happen in a million years. Would make no sense too. Make absolutely no sense. I know boxing and MMA is different, but why don't MMA fighters attack the liver shot considering how open it is in boxing? I don't know. You have to ask them. What's good? What's up, Joshua Andrews? Felder versus Hooker was a fun fight. It was. Why is Diaz ditching MMA with match with Logan? I don't think he wants to risk losing. I think he could lose, and I don't think he wants to risk losing. Because then he can't say, "Oh, I'd win in a real fight." That's what he could say after boxing. Would you have any interest in Conor versus RDA, the fight that we never got? I'd like that. I wouldn't mind that. Diaz versus Masvidal 2 in boxing is probably what's next. Wouldn't shock me. Both get a paycheck. Shades of Tito Liddell 3. Nate will knock Conor out and give him. Hope not. I can't believe they did Tito Liddell 3 in their 70s. Was Diego Lopez a harder fight for Movsar than Bryce Mitchell? Yes. Does Sean O'Malley go to boxing in his next 2 fights? He probably tries to. I don't know if he actually does. I'm never going to get MMA farting doing tough watch parties for the Conor season. Did they do it for every episode? Do you know? What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment that was. Resign Aldo, McGregor Aldo 2. That'd be massive. That'd be huge. Tito versus Chuck 3 made me so upset. I don't know why Chuck Liddell would have done that. If I was like a billionaire or like a multi-millionaire, I would have paid Chuck Liddell to just turn it down. Dana should have done something about that, dude. You got to use his money for good, not evil. You think Bryce Mitchell will ever be a title contender? No. Conor Aldo 2 at 55 would be kind of lit. I agree. It's better than the Chandler fight. Joey, hear me out. Both Bonfim fighters and Almeida under 1.5 round parlay prop odds not out yet. I think you're right, dude. I think that's a great bet. The only one I wouldn't be sure of is Bonfim versus Pichel. The other two get it done in the first round if they get it done. Masvidal Conor boxing match you think would get more views than Fury and Ngannou? Probably not, honestly, but maybe. No way DC was saying Conor Islam. Yeah, because that's what the UFC wants to do. I guarantee Dana White's already talked about it behind the scenes. That's what Dana White wants to do behind the scenes. Nate is old now, and I would be painful to see him lose to. Yeah, I think he'd be embarrassed to lose to the Paul brothers in MMA. That's why he doesn't want that. He 100% doesn't want it. What's up, Fur? What's up, Fur07? DC's another company guy? Yeah. He'll simp for the UFC no matter what. No matter what, my friend. He'll simp for the UFC. Why isn't this? Masvidal McGregor would be huge. Yeah, they should have made that fight in MMA. That should have been Conor's return fight, to be honest. That's the fight I said should have got made. It's Jake, not Logan. Yeah, I didn't say a name, first name. I thought it was wrong, but I wasn't sure. I was not sure. So, who would take on Dana's job when he retires? Hunter Campbell. Who's the biggest UFC fighter right now in terms of drawing power? If you don't count Conor, probably Jones. I've been saying for years I want to see Conor versus Gaethje. Conor doesn't want that smoke, dude. Conor's turned down that fight on multiple occasions. Does Lewis definitely get finished in the first round again? Someone gets finished in the first round. It's either Jalton Almeida gets KO'd or Lewis gets submitted. So yeah, there's a first round KO for sure. That's what actually made me really cut ties with Dana, was how he treated Chuck after he retired and actually let him go fight Tito again. Yeah, remember they were paying him for a while and then they cut off his payments, remember? They said he couldn't afford it anymore. You're going Lewis first round KO? Might happen, but I doubt it. I picked Spivak over Lewis. So how could I not pick? So Tito Liddell 3 was embarrassing. How long ago was that? I can't believe anyone sanctioned that. And they didn't even make any money off of that. They didn't even make any money off of that. That was 5 years ago. They didn't even make any money. Golden Boy Promotions didn't make anything. That was the only thing they ever did. Because nobody bought the pay-per-view. Nobody bought the pay-per-view. Literally not a soul. So, I think Conor should just retire. He's so rich, I wouldn't even want to fight anymore if I was in his position. He should. Real talk, it's kind of crazy. Conor could have fought Gaethje instead of Cowboy and Dustin, and it all backfired on him. I know. Well, he got them shoulder strikes in on Cowboy. That's all that matters. I'm going for upset of the year. Okay. It could happen. Dana was paying $500 a year as VP, and Chuck left to go make $250. Nah, Dana had fired him before that. When the company sold, they cut out, those jobs for fighters. Dana recently said he's still taking care of Chuck Liddell. Yeah, who knows what that actually means? Who knows what that actually means? I could see Jake beating him as well. Do a poll for who bought Ngannou Fury fight? No. I'd rather not. I don't think anyone bought it, to be honest. Or at least not anyone who watches this channel bought it. I bought it, though. Conor invented shoulder strikes? Yes, he did. Conor 100% invented shoulder strikes. Nascimento at negative 200 is pretty good price. I think he subs him again. I picked Dontel Mays. What are the odds that Yuri Alex ends in a DQ or draw? Pretty good. I think it's pretty good because the light heavyweight division is officially cursed. Conor invented the left hand. He did. I don't think Dana fired him. I could be wrong. You're the one with the MMA channel. They were cutting costs when the promotion got sold. So yeah, I bought it last minute before the main event. Glad I did. I'm glad you did as well. Do you have a video on your top 15 fighters all time? No, I do not. Joe, you know what's messed up? Bueno Silva Holly Holm was overturned, no contest, and every favorite won on that card. So if someone parlayed all the favorites, including Holm, they lost and it's overturned. And they don't get a payout from that, right? That sucks. Tim Means champ in 2024. Yeah, the Dirty Bird becoming champ. That's unlikely. Conor invented the left hand as well as shoulder strikes. That's for sure. Listen, guys, like the stream real quick. Like the stream and make sure you're subscribed. We got 100 people in here. We got 40-some likes. What kind of travesty is that? Dontel Mays invented striking with your crotch. I don't even know if that's legal, to be honest. I'm not even sure if that's legal. But yeah, run up the likes on the stream before we go. I gave you guys over a 2-hour stream. Are you going to do No Shave November? Probably not. I don't ever really do that. If I did, my beard would get so big. But maybe I'll do it just for the hell of it. My beard will get massive. It'll be like... But maybe I will, just for the hell of it. I've been a hater. I did just hit like. Well, thank you. Low likes. That's fucking illegal. Yeah, like the stream or I'm going to send you to federal fucking prison. I got a guy waiting outside your house right now. And if you don't like the stream, you're going to federal fucking prison. What's the goofiest Johnny Walker knockout loss against Hill? Against Hill. All right, Alex wins a close round 1 and round 2, gets a knockdown and goes crazy and gets a 10-8. Alex gassed, then Jiri comes back with his wrestling, wins round 3, 4, and 5. The fight's a draw. Bet it. Bet it. Dude, the light heavyweight division's cursed. I'm convinced there's going to be like a DQ or a draw. 57 likes. Yeah, we got damn near 100 people in here. We got 57 likes. Come on. Come on. What the hell, guys? What the hell, boys? What kind of dog shit is that? What kind of dog shit is that? That's just plain hurtful, all right? Just plain hurtful. Dodging JP and no one talked about it. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to that. I can't like or subscribe twice. That's fair enough. Did you see the fight where Johnny Walker got knocked out 5 times? Yeah, on the regional scene, I think it was. Dude, he took a lot of damage. Took a lot of damage in that fight. That's probably what ended his chin, to be honest. Probably what took his chin. The KO from Hill to Johnny was actually pretty scary. It was nasty, too. The follow-up shot was pretty sick, too. Come on. That's fucking illegal. Yeah. That is. Did you have a good time, Andy? Did you have a good time? Do you think Conor regrets letting Conor fight Mayweather? Probably. Because it set a precedent. Why was Mays versus Nascimento 2 even made for this weekend? I don't know. I forgot they even were rematching, to be honest. I forgot about the first one. If you're having a bad time, just remember Marlon Moraes is on a 7-fight losing streak. Oh my goodness, that's horrific. Johnny Walker will always be a card filler. He's fun to watch. That he is. I'm pissed that ref ruined it. And the doctor ruined it too. I remember seeing a video before I was an MMA fan, so I found that shit funny. What video? Of Johnny Walker getting KO'd by Hill? Is that what you're saying? Don't forget Conor invented trash talk. That he did. Dom Reyes has no good wins. That is true as well. We were talking about earlier, Chael Sonnen has no good wins in the UFC. People act like he's some legend of the sport. He doesn't have a single damn good win. Walker getting KO'd 5 times in one fight. Did you see the Walker interview with Ariel after 294? He said, I have a chin while talking about the illegal knee. I did not see the interview. So I can't say, but I guess he does have a chin. Who does Jair fight next? Brian Ortega. Rematch. Reyes beat Jones. Technically didn't. Bisping win for Chael. Bisping beat Chael. That was a robbery. Do you think Reyes fights again? Yes. They have good losses. Yeah, Chael's only remembered for losing to Anderson Silva. I supported Jones through picogram and coke problems, but he lost it when he called cops racist for arresting him for hitting his wife, which called them. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even watch that video, to be honest. But yeah, there's a lot to dislike Jones about. Chael is famous for the carrot comment. What's the carrot comment? I don't remember. I do not remember. Do you think Aljo can beat Ian Ortega? No. I remember Chael for the side retirement presser. Yeah, Chael embarrassed himself multiple times, honestly. But yeah, that was kind of sad. But I don't feel bad for Chael, honestly. Dude's literally the worst cheater in the sport ever. And he lied about it and tried to pretend like he was trying to have a kid. And he brought his wife into the situation. It was embarrassing. I can't let you get close. Chael will always be remembered for I can't let you get close. I can't let you get close. That's about it. He said he's seen Big Nog was trying to feed a bus a carrot. Okay. I vaguely remember that. And Tito. Do you know Fury Wilder have 15 kids between them? That's crazy. Islam KO's Gaethje on the feet. Would not surprise me. Absolutely would not surprise me at all whatsoever if he got KO'd on the feet. I mean, Islam's striking is getting better and better and better, and Gaethje's going to be terrified of the takedown. Gaethje's going to be terrified of the takedown. So, it wouldn't shock me if Islam just starches him out cold, which would be the fucking craziest shit ever to see. Because everyone that's picking Gaethje is going to pick Gaethje by finish. What's the thing about Chael's wife? Chael got caught using PEDs. Like, he got caught with like 5 different things in his system. And what he did was he said his wife and him were having infertility issues. And that's what happened. That's the reason that he had these things in his system. So he blamed it on like medical conditions. It was just embarrassing. I actually like Chael says a bunch of nonsense, but makes interesting points every once in a while. Okay, to each their own. To each their own, my friend. I'm going Gaethje in the Islam fight. That's crazy. Do you unironically like Creed or is it all a meme? I like Creed. How dare you question me? We brought Creed back from life. We brought Creed back from the dead, and you're going to question me like that? You're going to question me like that, buddy? What's your opinion on Bisping's commentary? Horrible. I think he said he only had one ball. I don't remember what all he said. I wonder if those clips are still out there. Do you think there's a chance that both Chandler and Dustin are really in the top 15 skill-wise at this point? Or not really? No, I don't think there's a chance. I think they are. Chael just shills for the UFC. That's all he does. That's all Chael does. Your favorite concert? I don't go to concerts, so I can't tell you. Chael used to be mildly interesting, but then he just turned into a UFC shill who just is looking to reap up ad revenue left and right. That's all it is. You gonna post another video today? No. Creed fans should thank Joey for bringing him back. They should. They should every time. They should be like, "Hello, my friend. We meet again. Feels like forever. Where should we begin?" Tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. It's damn near 1 a.m. already. It's damn near 1 a.m. already. I'm going to go listen to a Creed track real quick. It'll be well worth it, my friend. I need a Creed Funko Pop. If UFC wanted you to be matchmaker and quit your job and move to Vegas, maybe. This is the best time for streams. Always. The late streams are always good. But we've been live for 2.5 hours. I'll be damned. Can't you take me higher? Can you take me higher? To a place where blind men see. Don't forget Chael manhandled Silva for 20 minutes. Yeah, and then he got choked out. And then Chael tried to cheat and get out of it. People somehow forgot that Chael was actually the most unwatchable fighter back then. He literally made you watch his fights by his words. Yeah, dude was the definition of lay and pray. He was the definition of lay and pray. That's what went on. That's what went on there. So, it's an embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. But that's the way it goes. Chael was a better version of Colby at the time. Who's a bigger cheater, Chael or Vitor? They're both probably equal. Both probably equal, I would say. Excuse me. They were both cheating vigorously. And what's crazy is Vanderlei got caught cheating before Chael, and Chael was shitting all over him too. So for those of you who don't remember, Chael was booked to fight Vanderlei in July. The tail end of June, Vanderlei ran from a drug test because he knew he was going to test positive. Chael shit all over him. Vanderlei was pulled from the fight and suspended. And Chael was just shitting all over him, calling him a cheater. Then Chael tested positive. Meanwhile, they threw Belfort in the fight against Chael, who's also a cheater. And then Chael was shitting all over Vanderlei. Then Chael tested positive for like 4 different substances in his system. So, yet somehow Islam is boring. I know. It's crazy. What's the best Creed track? I grew up listening to WAF, Boston FM. They played a lot of Creed. Dude, all of them are the best. All of like their top 5 songs are the best, to be honest. Josh Emmett's only tool is the overhand. Yeah, he squats down and throws an overhand right. Yeah, facts. Since Cyril gonna beat Tyson Fury, no. Nope. Nope. I don't think he has it in him. I don't think he has it in him. His kickboxing is too good, but his pure boxing, I don't know. I think Ngannou improved a lot, and I think he would smoke Ngannou in a rematch. Chael said he robbed banks. Doesn't surprise me at all. Doesn't surprise me at all. Chael's a grifter. Chael's a con man. Chael's a convicted felon. So, sounds about right. Chael's videos are filled with dead memes about being undefeated and undisputed. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. That's been Chael's like meme for forever. Undefeated. Dude was carrying a fake belt around with him for a while. Liking Creed is a sure sign of age. Hey, tell that to the Texas Rangers, bitch. Tell that to the Texas Rangers. Nobody has Francis power. Fury was bruised up. That is true. I bet Cyril saw the Fury fight and he knew he had no chance in a rematch. Yeah, well, that's never going to happen anyway. It's never going to happen. Francis, I doubt they'll ever re-sign him. I wish they would. I wish they would come to some type of deal. That'd be sweet. That'd be absolutely sweet, but it's never going to happen, unfortunately. Because the UFC and Dana, Daddy Dana, are never going to let it happen, boys. 170 and 170 Volkan, 170 Francis, 170 Francis. Fury hasn't done an interview since the fight. Dude got embarrassed. Rugby Bill or Salt Mine Ngannou? Salt Mine Ngannou. People counted Ngannou out, which is seriously surprising to me. I've never counted anyone out besides Tony, if we're being honest. Fair enough, my friend. Do you think Francis will fight for a belt in PFL next? No, I think he'll box next, and I think he'll fight in PFL like the end of next year. So like a year from now, Francis will probably fight in MMA. Who's a bigger company, Simp, Chael, or Bisbang? Probably Chael. I don't know how you get much worse than Chael. Listen, boys. It's about time for me to get out of here. We've been live for damn near 3 hours. I need you guys to do me a massive favor. Ooh, that's not the right link. That's not the right link. Let's see if this actually loads up. Unfortunately, it's not, is it? For something YouTube Studio is messing up. I need you guys to go watch my Khamzat Chimaev video. I need you to like this stream on your way out. I just linked my Khamzat Chimaev video. Maybe I'll do a Dan Hooker video too. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to check it out. But please go check out the Khamzat Chimaev video. Like it, comment on it. For some reason, it hasn't been picked up in the algorithm. It's only like 2,000, not even 2,000 views yet, which is a disgrace. So if you guys could go check it out, I would greatly appreciate it. My Own Prison is a damn good song. Remind me about the Dan Hooker thing. Maybe I'll do that later. I don't know yet. But if you guys could do me a favor, go check out the Khamzat video. It's a straight up banger. I would appreciate it. Good night. Goodbye. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.